Oh, son of a bitch. Oh, nice. Oh shit. Okay, damn, nice, sweet. Oh, come on, Zarina. Okay, gang ain't doing shit. Ah! Did I speak too soon? Okay, Gangel's fucking me up. That's unusual, but let's try to clean this up. Well, you know. Sorry, Luong, but you were my opponent, so I had to fuck you up. Good morning, Justin. Or good afternoon, rather. Hey Chris, what's up? Did you see the stuff I sent you on Discord, by the way? Yeah, I did. They sent me my code. I was happy about that. I was a little worried because I'm thinking they don't send me my code soon. I'm scared they're gonna blame me. And like, be like, well, don't blame me. You never sent me my code, but they sent it to me. So I took care of that part. So I don't think there's nothing else I can do right now until I get over 4,000 hours, and then they'll ask my banking information, which I already have. But they verify my address, which is perfect. Yes, it does. It really does. I'm really excited for that game. I'm really excited for that game. Right now, depending how I'm gonna see how the rest of it goes, Chris, but that's the game I'm buying day one. But I really like it. I hope someone shows Preachers and Hatoru's Secret Super, but Griffin Mask and Terry's Secret Supers are phenomenal. I'm Chris. I'm praying that we get season 3. Because like I said, we are still far away from God City of Wolves. Oh yeah, Celebrate looks really good. I hope people, it looks really, really good. And I just hate the fact that people like because it's a hot female protagonist with a big butt, so people like to crap on it, but Stellar Blade looks really good. It's not my kind of game personally, but I hope the game does really well. Oh, nice one, love. Okay. Oh wow, typical. Right now, I'm so happy, Chris. I don't deal with trolls on that level. Like I get my trolls. Justin can tell you, I get my trolls in comments, but for the most part, I have a really good community on my YouTube channel. But I'm sorry, some a-hole got upset for you speaking facts. I don't know why I gonna get no level 2. But I don't get like why a person would get upset about that. But you know, people are weird. And I learned the hard way. We live in a society that people get upset over the most mundane things, which is like pitiful. Which you just gave your opinion. It doesn't make it factual. It doesn't make it true. And it's not worth someone giving you an attitude over saying, I don't think KOFXV 15 is getting any more content. If you're proven wrong, okay. But what you said doesn't warrant someone giving you an attitude. It really does not. But we live in a world where people are very easily triggered. And if you respond to it, you're considered a snowflake. So it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. I just can't stand how people get upset over the most dumb things. Some things that are not even worth like an ounce of energy. They get upset with it. Like I said, I hope we get a season 3. But now let's go into the scenario that you are absolutely right. What happens now? That guy's not gonna apologize to you, and if you're wrong, you're like, okay, I'm wrong, cool. Oh, so many times, Justin. Sometimes some people just get on my nerves, and it's just stupid. like I say, I hope it happens because, like I said, the best case scenario you are wrong. Because worst case scenario you're right, and this is like, and Hinako's the final character for King of Fighters 15. That's gonna suck. Because I can say I hate to say it, and I like Hinako stuff. Season 2 was a dud. Well, like I said, I don't try to spoil nobody, but I heard, like I said, don't take what I heard as 100% concrete. But I kind of have an idea who's the next character for Tekken 8 is going to be revealed today, according to a reliable source. So, you know, mind you, air quotes. But I know who's going to be revealed for Tekken 8, if that person is correct. But I do like... I mean, like I said, I have no problem with Hinako, but I don't think she was not like, oh, Hinako's the character you end the season with. She should have been like in the middle somewhere. Like season 2 had good choices, but I think the final they like, I just don't know. I don't think it was like the best selection of characters overall. Sorry, Sylvie. Like Sylvie, I think the only character who really made an impact tournament-wise was Sylvie. Kim, only specialist used him. Shingo's nowhere to be found. Najed is getting some interaction because she got decent buffs, and same thing with Dulon. Also, Genis has been getting a lot of tournament love too. But really, season 2 was a dud, in my opinion. I know. No, even you were. I wouldn't care. That's your opinion. Like I said, I don't like trigger. I don't get upset at things that are not worth getting upset about. Even you were genuinely wanting to see Sebastian. I'd be like, okay, I respect that. Do I think it's gonna happen? Not likely, but I respect that. But yeah, I just think season 2 King of Fighters 15 was just lackluster. So I definitely hope SK does bring a season 3. Yeah, King of Fighters 14 did a nice one. But thinking of King of Fighters 15, since the majority of the DLC cast for King of Fighters 14 came base roster, it just, you know, they had less of more iconic characters to pull from. Ah. Oh my god, you're moving on this game? I'm kind of confused. I mean, is that a good thing? Or is something bad happening and I'm not aware of it? Oh, okay, cool. Thank you, Just. I'm like, is that? I'm not sure. I didn't understand that phrase. I was like, is that a good or bad thing? Thank you, Justin. I just had them play this game like a gazillion times, so I memorized certain combos. But yeah, I do hope we do get a season announced for season 3 today. Otherwise, King of Fighters 15 gotta get off my damn PS4. Now I make room for another game. Oh shit. Oh, he did a Wong level 2. He should have did his Rambo super. That would have got past and hit me. He did a fucking Kokoken. Like I said, I hope Faceless Fuck is correct. I hope we do get a season 3. Otherwise, he's gonna feel dumb giving you a hard time about something and you end up being correct. So I really hope, because if he's wrong and you're right, he's gonna have egg on his face. Nah, those people ain't worth it. They thrive on that kind of attention. I know, definitely know you do. You want to, but you know, SK has shown no signs that you might be wrong. Got his ass. I hate that Terry's win outro covers his entire teammates. I hate that shit. Like, he just stood in front of Luong and got Zarina's face blocked. Yeah. So, like I said, I hope, like I said, I'm praying that SK is going to give us a season 3. I'm praying. But as of right now, there has been really no positive signs that we're getting season 3. Like, that hasn't even been like any teasing, like prior to Evo, of there's a possibility of season 3. Yeah, certain outros just block the opponent. I'm like, damn, they didn't play that through entirely. Now, not block the opponent, I mean block your partners. I said opponent, I meant to say partners. Hi, Neo Tengu. Happy Saturday. We're good. Thank you for asking. Hope all's well with you. Ow. Oh, you're playing Assassin's Syndicate. You know, Justin streams that actually uploads videos of him playing that game. You should check it out. You can. But yeah, and have a great time, Neo Tengu. And have a great weekend. Thank you, much appreciated. Thank you. Oh yeah, sure. Give me a second, actually. Yeah, I'll make you a mod. Give me 1 second. Had to get the good old Chromebook so I can make you a mod. Wish you could do it on the PS4, but that's impossible. Oh, not at all, Chris. Let me know when you're ready. Not at all. Oh, you're playing with Lily. Yo, you're a Lily player. Oh, nice. You're a Lily player. Okay, Neo Tango, let me make you a mod, my dear. Yes. Okay, you should be now be a mod, my dear, and no problem. Fuck you, Benamaru. Oh, this nigga's hitting me with a bunch of fucking rush combos. I'm dead. Oh well. Dudes kept hitting me with rush combos. What can I do? You're very welcome. No problem. I gotta do something real quick, by the way. So I mean, do this. Right now, Neo Tengu and KOF14 is my favorite KOF game. Like I tell people, KOF15 is fun. It's just it's missing characters that make me really enjoy it, and it's to me it's boring compared to 14. 14 is much more fun. The only thing 15 has over 14, which is the most obvious thing in my opinion, is the graphics. That's it. Hey Josh, good morning, bro. I'm off today, so no work for me, thank God. Okay, walk. Hey, Chris.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you just fine. Good. Can you hear yourself? Oh, that's good.
Good. I forgot I played that yesterday. I literally just stumbled into this because the algorithm on my Google, like, you know, you go like into the Google app and like you'll have like a whole bunch of news articles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
I get that all the time.
Better to me than that algorithm is a little bit better to me than YouTube's algorithm because I ran into, they were talking about this game, Super Dragon Punch Force 3. It's like a iOS/PC fighting game. I tried it out yesterday. It's kind of reminds me a little bit of what was it? I don't want to call it the wrong thing. Was it Fantasy Strike?
Fantasy Strike? Really?
Like that was the very, you know, kind of very beginner friendly like little fighting game, right?
Yeah, to a degree. I mean, easy to play but hard to master kind of thing.
Yeah, it kind of had that because there's no crouching. There's like far as I looked, I might look into it again if I choose to. But there were like directional inputs, really like very simple like commands or whatnot. But the interesting thing is Super Dragon Punch Force 3 did kind of, you know, the description did kind of describe it the exact same way that you just did. Like, you know, you can pick it up, but like it's gonna take you a minute to master it. Has a really interesting design too. I was a little
I have to check that. Is it called Dragon what again?
Super Dragon Punch Force 3.
Super Dragon Punch Force 3.
It's just
check
like,
that out.
I don't know. It's like
Dragon Punch Force. Okay, it came up.
It's oh man, there's something about like games like that which have like, I don't know, it's just, I don't think it's bad, it's kind of funny. Super Dragon Punch Force 3.
Let's see how it looks. Oh, the characters design looks into. Oh, I like the characters though.
Oh yeah, the designs are good.
The characters look good. They look really good.
They pissed me off.
So it's for PC only?
PC and iOS.
Oh, okay. I would definitely like to check out, but oh well. But it looks good. I like the character design. I like it. It looks good.
Yeah, the big tall.
Hey, Passion. Have a great day at work. Thanks for watching. What's up? I just happened to watch your Nina video earlier. Go ahead, Chris.
That's cool. I was just saying, like, I was mad because freaking, you probably saw, like, the big old tall muscle mom, and she was locked when I freaking played the demo.
Played it. That sucks. But it looks cool. It looks pretty cool. I'm gonna share this.
She and the sister, like, the black chick, the other one, like, those were, like, the two I really wanted to play, but, like, both of them were locked when I played the demo. Fate!
Yes, but it happens.
If you look and see, did anything else happen?
It does, Neo Tango. It really does.
KOFXV need more characters. I'm telling you, man. I hope I'm.
Like we're all hoping. We are hoping we get something today, tonight, tomorrow, something. We get something. But how was your day, Chris? How's your recovery therapy been going for you?
Pretty well actually. Like physical therapy for me ended last month, but of course they encouraged me because I still have the application where I can do like the exercises they have provided for me there. What I've been doing more so, since I feel comfortable with it, and not to mention Creepy wants me to be at a convention next month, so I have to get used to walking again. So the past week I've been like just going out like walking. I try to at least get like a mile in.
Okay, don't overdo it. That's good. I'm happy for it. I'm happy that Creepy invite you to a convention.
Yesterday I got
tell him I said hello.
Miles.
That's good. That's good. But just don't overdo it, Chris. I'm glad you're recovering, but I don't want you to like strain yourself to try to make your recovery go faster and you make things worse.
Oh yeah, I mean I've been feeling better and everything, but it's like because I forgot who, I think it might have been my mom had asked me like, you know, do you feel good enough to jog? I'm like, I'm not gonna chance it. I'm not gonna chance it.
I don't blame her. I think your mom made a good point. I actually agree with your mom. Like, don't take the gamble. Like, let your body heal the way it needs to heal.
My right hand is doing pretty well. Like, I don't think I ever told you this. On Steam, I have this zombie shooter game, but the way you shoot the zombies is by like typing out words. Like it's like a typing game. And it's actually pretty good. It's actually a pretty good game. The dialogue in there is like it kind of parodies the cheesiness of old school horror movies.
Those indie games be like that sometimes.
Yeah, it's just everybody always is like, wait a minute. A zombie shooter typing game. I'm like, I said what I said.
If I gotta type out something, I could quickly type a second. Like, maybe I'm not sure you remember it. I used to do this. I used to live in Georgia. We had to do this computer program. And I learned how to type. It's called Mavis Beacon, and you have to like type in words together while you're like playing certain little mini games.
Yeah. Speaking of creepy, like, usually doesn't mind like when I talk about like the next project he's doing, but like. It seems like we're gonna do. Let me look at the title to make sure I get it right. And I say that because because I asked him about one of the entries and I'm like, does this really count?
Oh, by the way, when are you releasing your video of when you're talking about characters you don't want to see, characters you want to see and don't want to see in Fatal Fury?
Hopefully this month. Honestly,
okay.
Hopefully this month, because I was all like, I did want to put it out earlier this week, but I was kind of in a little bit of a haze this week. And on top of that, I wanted to see what possibly got revealed in Evo Japan, because aside from SNK loving to drop content when I drop content at times, they'll also drop something. They'll also drop a video where like someone will go to something I just uploaded. It's like, well, did you see what SNK did over here? It's like, here we go again.
Yeah, you say you didn't want to see freaking Alfred. And Alfred was revealed for City of the Wolves, and you know you're like, oh, okay. Well, when I made this video, Alfred wasn't revealed yet, and was setting them was, and you made this video before Alfred's revealed. They're gonna give you crap about it. Says, yeah, it's better to wait to see what SK shows.
Like, I would much rather someone joke about, well, I'm pretty sure you're upset because Alfred just got
it'd be like, okay, well, like when the time when I recorded this, Alfred was. I mean, I'm not sure you dislike Alfred. Is like, let me think of a character who's
not really
kind of obscure. So, like for the like Fatal Fury universe, and I think like Alfred's pretty obscure. Like
Alfred's pretty cool. He's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Man, now I'm like,
this was tricky to do because, like, as I say, like in the script or whatnot, I've just written it out. There are not really a lot of Fatal Fury characters that I dislike. That's what was so tough about it. That was the reason why I decided to put like people like, why you gotta put the stuff you hate in there and everything. It's like, well, I additionally did that because, you know, who I want in the game, it was just boom, 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 boom. Who I don't want, it's like there aren't that many characters.
The cat I want to see. I want to see. I haven't been like. I want to see Franco Bash. I would like to see Franco Bash. I want to see Duck King.
Spoiler, I'll give you a little spoiler. He's on somebody I don't want. I have never been a Franco Bash fan.
Oh, I like Franco Bash. That's okay. That is okay. I mean, he wasn't like the same thing. I like Franco Bash though. I think he's cool. Cool daddy type character.
Fandom, that's how you do it.
You're supposed to have a disagreement without wanting to kill each other. Exactly.
You see that?
Oh, how did I miss?
I mean, since I just gave you one, I'll give you one other entry like on the other side there. And the only reason I'm giving you this one is because I actually, when I was collecting footage, I actually saw an old comment of yours on this character's video. Tsugumi Sendo.
Ah. I would like to see Tsugumi. I would, but and it'd be first time her in like in a traditional style fighting game because her first appearance she was like in a 3D fighter.
Yeah.
So it'll be this more traditional.
Yeah, and it's like people like, well, why we need like another wrestler? We got freaking Griffin Mask. I'm like, we got the big hitter. Now we got somebody more agile. I mean, come on, man. Freaking...
Yeah, they're two different play styles. Like, come on, it's like a completely two different. That's like I'm saying, Blue Mary and Dragunov both use Commando Senbo, so there'd be a waste to be in the same game. Like they use it differently, though.
Yeah, it's like I understand throughout like the 90s and everything for the most part. When they put the wrestling character in the fighting game, it's always got to be a big guy. You know, it's got to be a big old muscular guy. But it's like, I mean, especially if you're watching now and like even watching like the mid 2000s and everything, it's not just big old bodybuilder dudes. Like
no, it's not. Agile. The Ricochets, it's the Adam Coles. Like no, you got the Kyle O'Reillys.
And aside from like on top of that, that's where it's like, God bless characters like Armika and freaking Ramon, because like finally like fighting games started to pick up on the fact that we don't have to just have a big old burly guy in as the wrestler. You know what I'm saying?
And like my whole thing, the cats I want to see. I want to see Raiden, Big Bear, Franco Bash, Tsugumi would be good. I say either one because both monikers work for him. And I mean, Bone Janine is a given, so I'm not going to mention Bone Janine in mine. They're givens. And I would like to see...
My bad, go ahead.
Okay, then I'd like to see Alice. But I also watched a video earlier about that. Someone said, I like to see Alice. I would love to see Alice. But I was watching a video earlier, someone said, I don't want to see no KOF characters in Fatal Fury.
She ain't a KOF.
Cameo?
She's not a KOF character. She's not a KOF character.
But no. I know she's not. She's a Fatal Fury first. People who may not know that. Alice is actually Fatal Fury.
She's a weirdo because it's like, you show anyone any like the actual Fatal Fury games that Alice debuted in, they're gonna think that those are not real Fatal Fury games, but it's like still they are. Not to mention she was like the mascot for those games and whatnot. She had her debut in KO, like her fighting game debut in
KOF, but she first appeared in the Fatal Fury game. Regardless, you could like, it's Apache slot. Doesn't matter. It's still Fatal Fury. Alice was created for Fatal Fury first, and then she moved to KOF.
And I mean, come on, like, look at how she plays. It's a total love letter to freaking Fatal Fury. It's a total love letter to Fatal Fury.
She's a mixture of Terry Andy, Duck King, Shang Fei with the like. She takes a lot from the Fatal Fury fighters. Shang Fei's actually one of those cats. I mean, I would not be upset she does come back, but actually, I could do out Shang Fei. That's one of the few guys. I could do out Shang, but I hope they bring back Rick Strode. Especially since Vanessa pretty much took his relevance in the KOF universe.
I feel like that man got it. I know like they haven't teased him, but I feel he's got to be the lock man. It's like there have been no boxing reps tease for City of the Wolves yet, he's got to be a lot. I mean, Vanessa, KOF, and built up like everything there and all that. She's fine over there. You don't have to bring her to this game. Rick he's got to be a lot. He's got to be a lot.
Yeah, I think Rick Shaw be good for Fatal Fury City of the Wolves.
Please, because you can correct me on this if I'm wrong. Wasn't one of those freaking scrap characters from the original Garo, like, weren't they a boxer too?
I think so. But I think I'd rather get Rick versus that one of the originals. I'd rather get Rick.
Thank you.
It was like one dude who dressed like in like he had like a white t-shirt, black vest, and shorts, right? And he like the boxer pose.
Yeah, it's just like.
Yeah, I'd rather it be Rick, because Rick is long overdue.
Like, yeah, like, I mean, come on, like, somebody like Rick is gonna freaking train.
The only other original cat I want to see in City of Wolves is that black guy. Outside that black guy, that's the only other original cat I want to see. Preacher and that black dude in the yellow trench coat. But everybody else.
That they even changed the name of like the character. The
Kuang to
was based off of.
Yeah.
It's like maybe like, you know, hopefully if they do put him in there, which I hope they do, because that design is just so
too good a race.
I'm with you, like as I looked into it further, I'm kind of with you on the name, because it's like Dovik.
It's like it's what it sounds like. It's like I don't think it's. I think they gotta give him something more grounded. I'm not saying Dovik's a bad name. It's just like, I'm not saying quarter motherfucker Tyrone. I'm just saying, but let's try to think something more unique.
Yeah. Because freaking what's his name looks like a Dovik, freaking JP.
Yeah.
He looks like a Dovik.
Like I can work with like a JP being named Dovik.
And you always wondered how people do that. It's like, you know, you look like in like a name or whatnot. Like I've always wondered how people do that. Because like with the wrestler Bailey, it's like I would have never guessed her real first name is
Pamela.
I would have never guessed. Never would have guessed. Never.
Not me.
Oh my god.
But like that overall, so what? Evil Japan has been boring. I ain't gonna lie, it's been kind of, but I like that they're showing these indie games, but it's been boring. And a lot of times, it's like, I want to watch, are we gonna go into streams? I just keep hearing the commentators. I just want to hear the fight. I don't want to hear, like, I don't mind, I adore Tasty Steve. I like Long Island Joe. I have no problem with them as people, but I don't want to hear your commentary when I'm trying to watch a tournament.
I always thought like they got to the point where they would have like a broadcast free of like any commentary for the people that don't want it. It's so interesting you mention commentators because, see, anytime maybe you or like one other person I know will send me something from Twitter or, again, as one of my favorite creators calls it, X, don't give it to you. I'll sometimes fall into the rabbit hole because, like I said, I have an account on there. It's just
yeah,
like,
no, you just don't really use it.
Because Elon Putz is... I mean, I just call him Elon Putz. I think y'all know why I don't use this.
Of course.
But, like, I'll always fall into the rabbit hole of, like, certain things. And it's like, when you had sent me the stuff from there, I fell into, like, the rabbit hole. Like, I looked at some of the stuff on Rue. But also, I ran into Rome. And Rome was, like, basically, they were saying somewhere it's like they couldn't even find, like, the KOF streams or anything. Like, it was something that was going on that was kind of weird. I don't know what happened, but he was like, where's KOF? Where's KOF? Like, apparently, like, it wasn't, like, something, I guess they didn't broadcast something or something. I just remember Rome himself was upset about that, because it's like, you know, he traveled way out there, and it's like, yo.
That's fucking unfortunate. I thought it was me having a hard time finding it. They didn't broadcast it. But I was watching an Evo Deli 6 tournament earlier. That was very fun. That was very fun.
To see that.
Yeah, there was
I heard nothing but good stuff about it.
That was a very fun view. That was one of the best 3 hours of my life. That was a very fun. I was happy to see a lot of Lisa representation. I'm surprised I saw no Mari Rose though. That and Hayabusa, that surprised me. But people play Kasumi. I saw Ayane. I saw Hayate. I saw Tina, Bass. You had Hitomi. Lisa is goated. People had played Mai Kula. But I didn't even see Elena. I saw one Christie player. I'm like, oh, okay. I'm like, damn. Yeah, very interesting character and very unexpected. They picked the character I didn't think Japanese people would be playing. I mean, Kasumi was a given, but outside of Kasumi, I'm like, wow, these are like really orthodox picks. But in a good way though, because it was a very fun tournament. But I mean, I'm like, this is like, where's the key? Like, where's King Fighters 15? I want to look at King Fighters 15. And when I watch these Street Fighter tournaments, I know something's crazy. I can watch like Street Fighter like individual matches, but for some reason I don't get into Street Fighter tournaments like that no more. I think Street Fighter tournaments as of right now are boring. I don't know why I feel that way, but like, oh my god, why? Cause I feel like I see the same characters over the same type of play style in Street Fighter 6. That's why I don't really.
Same freaking characters over and over.
You know, like, I feel like I see the same characters and play style. I'm like, okay, this is boring.
I don't like talking about him all that much though, but it's like I'll also never deny it though, cause like if you recall like previous video talking about streamers that need to stop, and like he pretty much threw the whole low tier god section at me, and it's like I put a clip in there like where this was like I think maybe in the early stages of Street Fighter V, and he was naming like pretty much characters that people are playing over and over again as he goes on to list 50% of the roster, I think. I just put it like this is like, I don't like the guy, but like I cannot say that he's never failed to make me laugh, because for some reason that freaking clip where it's like
the funny clip from Slow Tier God, despite you know his controversy and stuff, it's like you should go kill yourself. That shit tickles the fuck out of me. That shit tickles the fuck out of me. Like, you know what? You should go kill yourself. I'm like, oh god, that's hilarious. Like, it's not right. What he's saying is wrong, but it came like such a meme. It's hilarious.
Oh yeah, they freaking memed that mess into oblivion.
Yes, they did.
It was so weird. Somebody, like, again, I fell into that freaking X gon' give it to you rabbit hole, and it was, see, I always hate it when I fall and stuff. I would much, this is how bad it is now, honestly. I would much rather stay on the weird, wacky
Finley,
side.
happy Saturday. My speech is about to kick my ass. I had to slow down for a second.
I would much rather be on the whacked out wild side of the fighting game fandom than the wrestling fandom on that freaking platform any day. I say that because somebody had given a take about, I think it was something about...
Oh, your mic's active a little bit. Thank you, Finley. It happens. Don't feel bad. It happens to Damien so often. I'm used to it.
Come on, Cox.
Thank you.
Like AT&T, because AT&T are my enemies.
At least I can still hear you. I just know it's a little bit staticky on your side now.
It was something that somebody had said about, it was something WWE versus AEW or whatnot, and the very first post was somebody taking that freaking, that boom, 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 but like it was the LTG version. I'm like, oh my lord. These worlds have crossed over.
Well, I've been feeling bad about like AEW lately. After I said the whole CM Punk thing, AEW gotta stop mentioning WWE so much. Like, you don't gotta take shots at them every time. Like, it's kind of getting corny now. Like, just focus on you, because things ain't looking too good on your side of the field anyways right now. So please focus on you and stop focusing on WWE.
Yeah. But like that clip of him listing off all the meta characters, and like the funny, here's what's so crazy about this.
Your Mac is still acting up, by the way. Sorry.
That's cool. Technology. But no, that's probably a connection thing.
I mean, it's not the, but I mean, it says it's gonna be WWE meat writers justice. But if someone's like saying, "Hey, AEW taking unnecessary shots at WWE," they need to stop. That's valid. I thought WWE might just like calling out someone's like, "Hey, stop doing that, man. Find something else to do. You gotta like that's getting boring." So I agree with that.
Tribalism needs to stop. I would just say the tribalism needs to go. I don't know
like,
why people have this. I don't know why people act like there is just some spiritual law where it's like you can't like both. You just can't. It is impossible. You cannot.
Yeah,
like both.
I hate that shit. You can like both. I like both, and I dislike both equally. So like that's what it is. But unfortunately, with sports, I feel like tribalism mentality is so heavy in sports.
It's the nature. It is in their nature.
It's like, it's not that serious, but sadly it is what it is for them.
But that low tier guy clip of him listing off like all the characters that were meta that everybody kept picking, it literally led me to finding that exact build of the game and trying to count to see how many meta characters he was talking about. I'm not saying that I'm like, why did he name over 50% of the roster?
He low tier got called any character who beats him. Oh, this character's cheap. I'm like, low tier, that's a low tier character. And it would be even worse. He'll be playing the same character and going like, well, sir, that character's so cheap. You're playing the same character. Why is that player able to get all the cheap stuff out, but you're struggling? That makes no fucking sense. Like he's playing Falcon, he's getting fucked up by another Falcon player. Like, sir, you're playing the same character. Like, something's wrong. That's like me saying Nina's a broken cunt. I can't stand Nina. Meaning it's my main character. Like, it can't be both ways. Now if I'm playing Nina, I'm playing like a Jack player. I'm like, oh, Jack is busted. That makes sense because I'm not playing Jack. I can at least say, hey, even if like say I'm saying it was bullshit, it has some validity because I'm not playing the same character. But if I'm playing this literally same character, I'm getting beat up by someone playing the same character as me, that person just plays the character better than me. That's it.
It messes just.
But yeah, it's just a FGT good. But like I said, this Evo Japan like so cool. But only thing that's pissing me off about Evo Japan outside the whole streaming situation, I was looking forward to some Chaos Code news size of catastrophe news. Oh no, I was looking forward to that shit and nothing. I'm like, what happened to that?
No.
We were supposed to see something of that shit in Evo Japan. Like, come on. Like, I'm looking forward to that game. Like, come on. I cannot have that game be delayed. I want to play that game so bad.
It reminds me of what was it? Blazing Strike, like with had news, and all of a sudden they were just Well, at least credit to them. They at least told us like, hey, we're gonna push back the dates and stuff happened and all that. At least they told you. Yeah,
I mean, Blazing is still an indie game, and like I feel like all Arc is doing is like publishing it, but they're not giving them no money to help get the game done. So it's like, oh, we'll publish it. That's the best you get.
So underhanded.
Like that's the best you get. Like, but like, can you kind of put money towards it to help us get it out there? Like, no, but we'll publish it for you, and that's the best you get. Which I mean, it's at least they're doing something. Cause publishing, finding a publisher is not easy. Trust me, I know. But I like, damn, Arc, can y'all put some of that Guilty Gear money, that freaking Grand Blue money, and help the people at Blazing Strike out?
Yeah, because they've been.
The Blazing Strike supposed to come like 3-4 years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. Oh yeah, Hunter game does not look good so far, but it's in the early stages, Justin, so I'm willing to give the game grace, and hopefully it gets much better towards the end. But as of right now, that Hunter game looks not too good.
For me,
but I'm happy it's not an arena fighter though.
For me currently, from looking at what I saw, I'm just kind of shrugging at it right now. It's like, whatever, I guess.
Like it don't look too good. Yeah, I'll say, I'm also going to give it grace because like it is in the early stages. It's not like the game like almost done. It's like it's very early on. And another people are complaining about already because they're like the roster is so small for a 3-on-3 fighter. I'm like, they're not wrong, but at the same time,
Skullgirls. That's all I gotta say.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now,
but these Skullgirls get the grace because that time Skullgirls were like it still is an indie game, and they had to drag. But as Hunter x Hunter is from a strong IP and a very well-received franchise.
Not to mention, like with Skullgirls, like I don't think a lot of people understand just how groundbreaking that freaking assist mechanic they had, where like you could literally just pick in almost any move whatsoever and make it an assist. That was so groundbreaking because like one reason that game was like able to get away with having such a small roster at launch, even though of course more characters came along the way, that right there opens up so many avenues for discovery when it comes to like building a team.
Yeah, so, like, it compensates you how to make it around stuff. That's what I think MK11, MK1 was trying to do, and yes, Justin, but I'm not big on DBC, but I didn't want to make sure you know that I saw your comment. But yeah, that's one thing like MK1 was trying to do, give character like make the assists like kind of make up for what the character you play mainly could not do. But it ended up only making certain assists like really good, and the rest of the assists kind of like just there.
And then what happened to Skullgirls got pretty much hijacked by freaking Culture War Warriors.
Yeah. Like, oh, they censored too much. On my mind, like they're censoring the female character, like the young female character. Like Parasol and Valentine did not get censored. They like Philly as a child. You do remember that. Like people like kind of forget these are just because they're fictional. Majority of the Skullgirl Wasker are girls who are teenagers.
Culture War messes a hell of a drug, man.
like, nah, they're trying to censor them. They're trying to make them look like, no, they're not censoring. They act like they're censoring the grown woman. Valentine still got his jiggle. Parasol still got her stuff. Only Philia, but Peacock was always covered up. But Philia, Sarah, I think Sarah Bella's a teenager if I remember correctly. Sarah Bella, and the young girls got toned down and that stuff. That old man looks like Leon.
Be careful, Onyxe. They're gonna talk about you afraid of pretty women.
Oh please, they can suck my asshole. They can. Like, I'm not worried about them at all.
That's like that is the lamest comeback for like that mess was jarring. Like seeing John Sex and Rido have to like deal with that mess when they were talking about quite aptly. I mean, the mess they were bringing up was valid. That character has been boring since y'all begged for her to come back at 13. That's another reason why I'm so hyped for City of the Wolves. Like, hopefully, get a little something different this time around for her.
I hope so. I pray that my character go back to. I don't care how cool the design looks. I don't care how cool her moves look. And she go like, Andy. I'm like, oh. I'm like, oh no. Give her something else to do.
We were so close.
I don't care how Sonic can be badass and everything, but her design's like, her story's the line just Andy Bogart again. I'm like, oh no. I dare anybody to try talking that. I dare anybody to try talking that. Hey, child.
Like if they like by chance put the like either like the costume that you had or the one that I put like in Discord. I dare anybody to say anything about either one of those because both of those look good.
Yeah, we're talking about Mai Shiranui and I. We're hoping that her story won't revolve around her boyfriend once again. Who's probably still her boyfriend, fiance. You would think by now he married her, but you know, I wouldn't be surprised.
First off, Damien, hi. Second of all, coasting off from that, imagine hearing like people like myself, Onyxe, and some other big-time SNK fans talk about how that character, Mai, how her story has literally just. I ain't just a story, but overall, like, I mean, aside from gameplay, because, I mean, Mai being fun gameplay-wise is not a surprise. She's always been fun. That's what I expect. But, like, can we do something a little extra? You know what I'm saying? Like, so many people, and I didn't realize Shune had so many freaking fanboys until I dropped Doom from the start. But honestly, man, at this point, I would almost freaking say that Shune has had a... It's flawed, but a better freaking storyline and a build than Mai. And I mean, of course, it's obvious because he's the guy, so he better. But it's like, this is the character that everybody said was like the least popular protagonist of all time, and yet he at least has some interesting stuff versus the freaking.
Like my whole thing with Mai, like don't get me wrong, I'm not like saying, oh I'm not expecting her to like dump Andy. I don't want her Andy like broken up, but can her story be like something other? Yeah, that's what I'm like Damien. Like I need her story to be other than her boyfriend. Like she gotta have something like maybe a secret mission for the Shiranui clan. They need her to take care of something important, something other than her just. Andy, I'm chased after Andy. Andy, did you go to another terminal route telling me? Oh my God, Andy.
Oh, and you know what else I stumbled into? You know what else I stumbled into? Like coasting off from like the stuff you sent me. Mm-hmm. I did not realize. Then again, I shouldn't be surprised. That rhymed. But the freaking preacher hate. Oh my God. It's like y'all don't even like know, like this isn't even confirmed yet.
Yeah, but about her name and the fact that people talk about her chest, they're like you should see some of the transphobic comments I seen by Preacher on the KOFXV forums on Facebook. I'm glad I don't fuck with Facebook, but I actually was checking a message that Damon sent me, and I'm like, you know what? Since I'm on Facebook, let me just check a couple things. Damien something else. I'm checking like the Damien sent me something. I'm like, okay, let me just check a couple things. I'm on Facebook, and I'm like, oh, the KOFXV group was talking, and I see the talk about Preachers. I'm like, curious. I'm like, let me just go. I'm seeing all these transphobic kind of remarks about Preacher. I'm like, oh no. I'm so glad we'll not be on Facebook like that. Oh no.
Oh, is Facebook like, doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh Lord. Should be surprising.
Like I'm like damn man, I'm really hoping SK does It's Preacher's a trans woman, and a trans woman. That's cool. That's great. But I'm hoping in my head she is a cisgender woman, so people can shut up about that shit. Because it's gonna be very annoying. Cause you know how the shit was going on with Bridget and Guilty Gear. I don't want Fatal Fury playing with that same shit.
There, anybody get mad about the Bridget mess? You just haven't been paying attention. That's all I gotta say. It's the same thing. Also,
if I come across it again, Damien, I'll send it to you. If I come across it again. But
it's the same thing that same thing with I hate the fact I'm forgetting their name.
Testament's voice actor.
Yes, thank you. Yes, that's what I was thinking about. Even with that right there, because Creepy freaking loves Gold Lewis, but after a while he kind of got bored of just playing the same character, so he started playing them, Testament, and even he was like, because I was telling him about, like, back when I used to stream or whatnot, that one fool, like, kept constantly talking about something, I just can't stand the fact that they changed Testament's gender. And it's like, you look through the lore, nothing was ever, like, it's always been ambiguous. They've been doing the same thing. No,
right now, David, it's, like, questionable, because people, because thing is, David, I was telling Chris, Preacher is a boy's name. Preacher means smart, like, smart in Thai. It's a boy's name in Thailand. So when Preacher is seemingly looks like a female, so people, like, already, like, raise a red flag, like, this is a girl, but she has a boy's name. So people are suspicious that Preacher is a trans woman. And a lot of people are giving a lot of nonsense behind that because it's not confirmed, Damien. It's not confirmed yet. But based on the name, people are thinking that Preacher is a trans woman. And a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people are talking shit about that. So it's just like, okay, I don't want that same bullshit that's happening in the Guilty Gear scene to come to the Fatal Fury scene.
You know what's so funny? Well, not haha.
And then you go back to your Testament talk, because I know I kind of cut you off as Damien.
No, it's just the fact, like, I finished it, because I was basically, like, we just pointed out how, like, people said, oh, they changed, like, Testaments, and, like, they've always been ambiguous about that since the beginning of, like, Guilty Gear. Like, they did literally what, like, a lot of writers have done, where it's like they won't outstate something, like, they won't outright state something about a character or something. It'll be implied. But, like, since you mentioned it, I was going to look something up, because I remember seeing this. Okay, so maybe I was wrong, because I was also going to say that, you know who also had a, I guess, majority opposite gender name or whatnot? Because at first I was going to say Hotaru from Mortal Kombat, but I can't find that source. Because I know we got him, but then you also got Hotaru Futaba.
Like Hotaru, but Hotaru is a Japanese, but it's gender neutral. Hotaru could be a boy or a girl's name. It's not exclusive to one neutral gender, so that's safe. That's neutral. Hotaru is a boy or a girl's name. It's unisex.
Oh, wait a minute. He's often incorrectly referred to as one of two characters with a feminine Japanese given name. The other is Reiko. However, Hotaru is gender neutral. As and they gave an example of a soccer player named Hotaru Yamaguchi. Okay. Never mind then.
I remember when I was a teenager, just right before I knew any of you. He's talking, don't fail the crit time event, buddy. Lordy. So I remember I was like I was playing Mortal Kombat Deception, and I remember I was like in a group like talking with people like that. Hotaru's a girl's name. I'm like, why they gave a boy a girl's name? I'm like, is it a girl's name? And I didn't know, and I assumed it was true. I didn't really know, but I was like really young at the time. So when I got older, though, I found that Hotaru is not a girl's name; it's a unisex name. A man or woman can have that name. So I'm like, oh no, then that's fine.
Kind of like Tracy.
Tracy's, yeah. A lot of people think Tracy's a girl's name. Actually, Tracy is a unisex name. It could be given to another name that's unisex, which is funny.
Ice-T's first name.
Christopher. Christopher's a gender neutral name.
Hey.
You can name a girl Christopher with no problem. Now, is it something you would do? But not necessarily. But you could definitely name a girl Christopher.
I think like this might be.
And I realized that Guile's daughter is named Christopher in Street Fighter.
I think this might be complete bait then, because think about it. Remember, like everybody was saying all those things about Manon before like the game came out, and it's like Capcom never really confirmed any of that stuff because they were like saying, oh, like Manon has like the trans colors, like the trans flags of as a trans character, but like that never got confirmed.
I don't think Manon. I think Manon's a cisgender woman. Now, I don't think like just her colors are just very. Yeah, her colors are like the trans, but it's also look at her first. And I think Capcom has made that look at it with the color scheme worked out. It just happened to be the color scheme of the trans flag. But I don't think Manon's are trans. I do believe Manon's like a bisexual, lean towards attracted to women like Marisa, but I don't think Manon is trans.
And they outright confirmed that with Marisa. They outright confirmed that.
Yeah, they did. They let you know that Marisa likes girls. Like she likes boys too, but she's not. But she likes her girls. Because I think I do remember her photo was on GIF.
Yeah, I was say, well, the one man that she was into, that man was. He just.
Yeah, I like Manon. I like her. I mean, her playstyle's not for me, but I do like Manon. I do like Manon, Justin. But yeah, that's the whole the theme of Preacher. So I'm like in my head, like, if Preacher's a trans woman, honestly, I don't care. I'll be like, that's dope. More LGBTQ representation in popular fighting games. But I'm like, also in my head, like, oh no, I'm like, oh my god, now we're gonna have to all the trans folks come in like, that's a man, that's a man, that's a man. I'm like, I don't want to deal with that. Oh, Manon is a, I love Manon. Too hard for me to play, but I love Manon. I hope she does come back at Street Fighter 6 too.
Street Fighter 7?
Well, Street Fighter 6, she was in Street Fighter 5, so I hope she comes back at Street Fighter 6.
Who was in there? Oh my! Oh, you said Manon, not Manon. My bad.
Manon. I'm like, oh, like no, I'm like, oh no, I'm like, no, Manon. I mean, I thought you have to piss off the conservative Damien. It's like, Damien, trans people exist, gay people exist, lesbians exist, bisexuals exist, gender fluid people exist, and the majority of fighting games are full with heterosexual people, normal, like the normal people. So having a trans fighter, that's why sometimes I get upset in the low key. I don't think people might not care about this. When people say Poison is a cisgender woman, to me, Poison is a trans woman. Poison is not a cisgender woman.
She's been confirmed trans. Like, there are old, like, you know, like you look at like the old sketches, like, you know, when they conceptualize a character and all that. Because there's
like, they call her a new half. I think that's what they used to call her.
Exactly, bullseye. Like, because I know that there was a really nice video that went over that. And it's a couple years old, but I'm pretty sure it's out there. It pretty much went over that. So that was laid down from the day they conceptualized that character. Like, so. Because
people say, no, they calculated said it because, you know, it was not good to have men hit women back in the day. People used to frown upon men hitting women. I mean, you're supposed to frown upon it in general, but in a video game, it doesn't really matter. In my opinion, it does not. Now, if a man goes hits a woman for no reason in real life and a woman didn't do nothing, or just said a couple of words, you're a punk ass bitch for that shit. But in a fighting game, a man hits a woman, it's a fucking fight. But yeah, they didn't say, well, Poison's a cisgender woman. They only say that live because they need an excuse for the male character to hit the woman characters.
He's saying just to piss off the conservatives. I think anybody who is on. The funny thing about it is, one of the segments One of the segments I edited for Creeper for his last video was this beat 'em up that looked pretty interesting. I forgot what it was called. I think it was called Mother Russia Police or something. And it involved like these characters that get hooked on like these drugs or whatnot. And I'm like, that's literally how I see every single person that's talking about wokeness. It's like, y'all done took that freaking drug, and now every single time you hear that message, just
woke. That's woke. I hate the word woke, and then also that new word. I don't know what it means. But I know the derogatory term, the DEI. I'm like, oh my fucking god! Like,
it's an acronym. It's diversity, equity, and inclusiveness, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. I don't get why people get so upset when they see inclusivity. I don't understand. Like, you really want to see one type of thing all the time? What's wrong with you? Like, if that's true, that's a red flag.
Kind of like what you call kind of like these fighting games, see the same characters over and over.
It's like, that's a red flag.
Oh man. It's like, this is just horrible. Like, this is the makings of like a nice little mini sketch or something or whatnot. Like, just like just have somebody who gets on like imagine like someone literally makes a sketch where like it's an actual drug, and this one guy gets on it, and his wife walks in and is like, "Oh, hi honey, I just woke up." You said woke. You said woke.
I woke. It's like. It's like every little thing that's considered to be a normal, decent human being, that's woke.
If anybody wants to make that into a mini sketch, you have my permission to make that.
Damien, we know Whip is a cisgender woman. I know, like, everybody knows Muchis goes with cisgender woman. Ain't no one questioning Whips and no one never has.
I remember like when I was like first getting into fighting games when I was younger, and it's like everybody like they were just into Street Fighter. They just missed everything that SNK made as a ripoff or whatnot. And I'll never forget the fact that around this circle of like dudes or whatever, when it came to King, like they were always talking about King was gay, basically.
I used to thought King was a lesbian because the way she dressed. I used to think that.
But no,
but I got older, I realized that she just like, because the reason she dressed like that because when she dressed like a woman, niggas did not take her seriously. So she dressed like more like a dude, so motherfuckers would take her seriously as a fighter. That's the only reason she dressed like a man. She got used to doing it, so she still does it. But Whip has no problem with saying, yeah, I'm a woman. But when I came to you motherfuckers as a woman, y'all played in my face. So now I'm gonna dress like a dude to show you I'm about fucking business. Cause she literally, that's why she can't say Joe Higashi. Cause now I realize her beef with Joe Higashi. She entered a tournament, a Muay Thai tournament, and she was about to win it. But when they found out she was a woman, they're like, wait a minute. This tournament was only for men. Get your ass out of here. And she's like, what? I'm a good fucking fighter. We don't care. This tournament is for men. Get your ass out of here. And she's like, that's why she started dressing more masculine. To make up like, she's like, you motherfuckers really dismiss me because I'm a woman? Fuck y'all.
By the way, like, if you don't look at the text there, I don't know, maybe it's just me being mean to Gongil as I usually am, but that mess had, you looked creepy freaking leaning in, looking at freaking Yuri and talking like that.
I'm used to my things. I know the conversation that actually talk about Takuma and stuff, so I know what that was about.
I could see them two being drinking buddies when they were younger, freaking Takuma and Gongil.
I can see it too. I'm pretty sure. I wouldn't be surprised in the near future if Gongil was to come back. He'll come back like in a massive team alongside like Chin and Takuma, because they have high numbers, like, you know. Child, I would love some Popeyes, but I'm like not trying to also be a pig and eat Popeyes every chance I get, because that's not good. It's not. I mean, Popeyes is very good, but it's by no means healthy. And the last time I had, you know, I don't regret eating them, but I regret how they came out my backside. I had those honey barbecue chicken wings from Popeyes. Oh man, it was so good to eat, but when it came out from the backside, it did not feel good.
I saw like somebody post a freaking. It was like a GIF from like a freaking prank or something or whatever, where like a guy pretended to literally just at somebody else with him, like when he was in the elevator or whatever, out his backside or whatnot, and somebody captioned it talking about that's what the freaking what you just mentioned. That's what they did to him.
Oh Lord. Oh yeah, the biscuits are good. Your biscuits, I love the biscuits there, Justin. I love Popeye's biscuits. So the only one that comes like I like more than theirs, it's Red Lobster's cheddar biscuits. But you know, Red Lobster's about to file bankruptcy, if I remember correct. I was reading about that recently.
Oh, you saw that, Justin? You saw it. Oh, that come up from there.
But yeah, I'm like, oh my god. Popeyes is very affordable. Like, I would never complain about Popeyes. You know, like I said, it's not like the combo meals be a little bit, but it's like Popeyes is still affordable. It's just at the end of the day, what I love Popeyes. It's one of my favorite places to eat out at. It's just the food is not, you know, to have Popeyes too often is not a good thing. It's not, because at the end of the day, it's not healthy food. It's delicious, well cooked, well made, but it's not healthy. So you can't, like, it's not like having a smoothie every day. You can have a smoothie every day and that's fine, but you can't not have Popeyes every day. That's not going to be good for you. Oh, McDonald's, the thing is, because McDonald's supporting the whole genocide going on in Gaza, I don't fuck with McDonald's no more. Like, I have no, I'm not gonna say that food is disgusting. That's not gonna go that far. I had hit or miss McDonald's stuff, but I haven't eaten McDonald's in years, anyways. And I guess McDonald's is something I enjoy as a kid, but as an adult, there's better burger spots for me to go eat at. Like, McDonald's is definitely something like
this probably gets even worse. Like, I'm not sure how it is up there for you, but like it definitely, McDonald's definitely gets messed up. Like when you look at some of like the homegrown like local burger joints you might have, because we got they're actually local and they're actually really good.
Yeah, I think I like. If I want a cheeseburger, I'd rather go to my like. I'm not sure you guys heard of it. Like it's like we call it. It's called Kentucky Fried Chicken or Palace Fried Chicken. Like they go by 2 different names in New York. I'm not sure there's like other parts of the United States, but they're in New York. I fuck with their cheeseburgers are delicious. I used to like the Shamrock Shakes too, but like I said, once I decided to boycott McDonald's, I haven't gotten nothing from McDonald's anymore. Like I legit boycotted them 100%. I'm just not gonna. Like I said, I'm not gonna go out there. Hey, I'm not gonna get people issues who eat. I have friends who still eat at McDonald's. That's fine. Like I said, I would never tell my friends just because I decided to do something doesn't mean my friends gotta follow suit. But I don't eat at McDonald's no more. Burgers for Sonics are really good. My friend Omar, he's barely in the chats, but he does pop by my stream sometimes. Omar took me and his family to Sonics one time. Sonics is very good, but it's just so hard to get to a Sonics. It's just so hard because it's like so far away in Long Island City, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. But I love Sonics. Sonics is very good. But my favorite place to get a burger at, Damien, is Checkers. Either Kentucky Fried Chicken, Checkers. Wendy's makes pretty decent burgers. I don't, Wendy's price is just kind of high for me, but I don't mind them. That's up to you. That's fine. That's understandable. Trying to think. Yeah, so like that's the place that I get my cheeseburgers from, Willie. If I want a burger. There's also this place by my other job called Dose. They make good burgers too. Checkers can be pretty high, but I don't eat from Checkers every day. The prices are kind of high, but I don't eat Checkers all the time. So when I do eat at Checkers, it doesn't bother me, because like I said, it's like a treat to myself. Like I don't eat there consistently. If I ate there consistently, then yeah, it'd be a different issue, which once upon a time I used to do that, which is like, not good health-wise. Oh, I missed the banana milkshakes were so good, Damien. So good. I missed that too. That's good, Just. I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy to hear that, dude. Hold on, guys. Hold on. Give me a sec.
No, whatever. Yeah, so today, I pretty much just like, yeah, so I pretty much burnt him today. That was that. But,
I'm back, Chris.
Welcome back.
But yeah, I love their food. Oh, my favorite thing is Justin. Have you ever had like the loaded fries with the bacon with it and the cheese? That is so delicious from Checkers. I love that so much from Checkers. Oh please, Damien, please, you are too much. Oh please, no. Yes, it's so good. I love that stuff. Yeah, I could be. Like I said, that's why I'm like I could eat like a real fat ass if I wanted to. But I try to be conscious of my health because of my high blood pressure, and just I don't want to be super duper obese. I got a tummy, that's fine. I can live with that. But I don't be super duper obese either. But I'm really hoping that we get some good reveals tonight. And I really hope if we get to the Street Fighter parts of the reveals, they don't show just Akuma and a balance patch. I hope we at least get a teaser for season 2.
Yeah, I hope so too. Like
I want to confirm like the leaks. That's why I want a teaser. I want to see they should like show characters was not mentioned in the leak, because that leak has been going around for a minute, and I have not seen nothing else, like no other leaks besides the 6 characters that I mentioned in the previous video I did about the Street Fighter 6 leaks. So I'm curious to see if the leaks are factual or were just bullshit. Chow, no, I'm not gonna never do that. Chow, no.
By the way, yeah, this next video is like supposed to be about like lost games that you can't play. So guess what I get to talk about?
I know you get to talk about
I wrote that Rumbleverse mess in like under 30 minutes. And I still got footage. Like, I still have footage.
No, I know you do. That's the good thing about that Shandao Z Wang. I'm so mad that Shandao Z Wang got canceled. Like, I really wanted that game to not get canceled like that. I'm like, oh man, I can never play it. I just wanted it to be continued. I'm like, damn man, why did they tend to not finish that game? And of course, there's Capcom Fighting All Stars. You know, games that you can't play. But I'm not sure you talk about games that were in development, got canceled, games that you were able to play at one point, and then you can no longer play them.
From what I understand, I think that. But then again, there's a lot of like, from what I'm looking at, there's a lot of stuff with some technicalities and everything. Like, cause even to my surprise, MVC2 was included, probably talking about its delisting from back in 2013. I'm like, and then like you go when you look online, it's like, I mean, if you didn't buy yourself a physical copy from back then, you probably could now. It's just that like you get the PlayStation one, it's gonna be a little bit cheaper then, but like everybody pretty much universally agrees that the Dreamcast port of MVC2 is the best one because the hardware is pretty much similar to the arcade hardware. And the funny thing is like researching for that took me down a rabbit hole because I had never thought about it. I'm like, yeah, when did in fighting games we get like assist characters? When did we? Turns out it goes to another game that involves Marvel characters.
What game would that be?
One game I forgot about actually, only because the company that made it is not around anymore. But some of the creations are still kind of looming around there thanks to SNK and others.
What happened to Watch Dogs, Justin? Watch Dogs no longer be played?
You remember...
Something happened?
Remember Avengers and Galactic Storm?
I think I heard about that game.
Data East, people that made, of course, Fighters History, made that back in '95, and that was like the earliest known fighting game.
Got New Venus.
Assist characters in it.
Oh, Data East. Oh, that Avengers Galactic had assist characters.
Hold on. What is it? Hold on. I've seen some of your vids. You be cooking. You got something going for yourself. Thank you.
Oh, Chris is amazing.
I had just looked at the chat and I saw my name in there cooking. I'm like, wait a minute, what did I cook? I appreciate you though. I appreciate you. I saw you comment because it was like the whole Mimi thing, which she was like, Mimi is a W name, which I agree with. So many people took that freaking video out of context. It was like somebody from France, allegedly, because you know people can pose as anything online. They claimed they were from France, and they were like, Mimi doesn't mean Mariah Carey does French people. I'm like, I did not say that.
Like, who the fuck?
I was pointing out examples of people.
Like, what? No one said, you never said that. What the fuck?
Dude, that's the thing that just really, like, irks
people
me.
like to think she had a con like that bitch. I never
wanna,
like, what the fuck?
You want to disagree with me on something? I don't mind.
But make sure you disagree with me with something I actually said.
Onyxe and I literally did that mess earlier when disagreeing about super duper freaking Mario Franco Bashman. But we let that mess go.
Oh, King has very nice eyes.
But these fools, man. Because it's just like the freaking fool I mentioned earlier. Like, just because I said KOFXV, just because
might not have a season 3.
Just
that's
because
European.
I think, not even just that, but like just because the game isn't getting any more content doesn't mean it's a dead game. I already hate the term dead game because, like a lot of other words out there, or terms, at least to me, they don't mean anything anymore because people just insistently drop them around with no context. Like,
it's no game that's really dead if people are still playing. A dead game seems like only like 4 motherfuckers playing it. That's a dead game. Even Dead Eye 6 is not a dead game because you do see them. Still people fuck with that game. That game like 5 years old. People still fuck with that game. It's just it's not a game that was properly supported. It's not one of the best entries of the Dead Eye series, but people still play it.
Freaking MVC2 never got like that was pre-DLC here. UMVC3, like it didn't get any more content, and yet they kept playing that for years. Freaking the Smash players are definitely probably still playing one of maybe 3 games. It's like I'm pretty sure Smash Ultimate still has players, despite the fact Sora was the last bit of DLC they were, as far as like characters they were getting. Just because a game doesn't get any more content doesn't mean it's dead.
And Hawada ever did that shit, Damien, you think this battle pass is getting crap now? Tekken 8 will just die.
Like if people love something enough, then it's not gonna be dead.
No, like Chaos 14, like dude, who really plays Chaos 14? I'm pretty sure you can find someone playing Chaos 14. still, like, come on.
Like, I mean, if you want to call something a Discord fighter, then that's cool. I understand that. You know, you got. That's cool. I mean, I get it.
To me, a Discord fighter like Chaos Code, New Signs of Catastrophe, that's a Discord fighter.
Yeah.
The older Melty Blood, and not Melty Blood and Tight Lumina, that's not a Discord fighter. People still play that game pretty actively. That's but the older Discord fighters like games like Street Fighter 3, Third Strike. Those are games like you gotta have like a certain group of people who are dedicated to that game, despite that game kind of fell out of popularity. Is that game is too old to have like a regular fan base.
By the way, if you didn't hear me, hey Venus, I saw you. My bad. I got you a little late. My bad.
Oh hey Venus, oh you're still enjoying Gotham Knight. You're still tagging me and stuff, so I know you're enjoying them. I'm glad you got finished the clay-based missions. I'm happy to hear that.
But like that's just the thing that irks me. It's like, I hate even say that, but like, hey, people like Roof and Max get it worse, and it's like they don't really do anything.
Roof and Manga, I love Roof Manga. He'll troll the trolls back. Roof and Manga, my dude, he would troll, and I'm not sure how Maximilian did handle trolls, but Roof and Manga would troll your ass back. Like Roof Manga, oh, you want to
Max? He ignores him for the most part, but there was one time which, on one hand, I think he shouldn't have responded, but on the other hand, you know, he did reveal something to us that I think a lot of people didn't know, since everybody assumes they just know what that man's financial situation is. You might remember this. But this was back during the time, of course, where every time SNK put a DLC character out for King of Fighters 15, they would have Max stream and like pretty much do like an exhibition or a broadcast with the character. And there was a pretty prominent, like I'm not gonna down him anything, but pretty prominent KOF player actually sneaked this to him after like the umpteenth time, because I think this was around the time he got a chance to try
the Garble team?
Season 2. It was somebody in Season 2.
Probably like Shingo Kim.
Yeah, it was like, this was after the umpteenth time that he got a chance to test, because basically this person was talking, they sneaked this Max talking about, like, you know, why can't SNK let some of the real KOF fans try this instead of just the mainstream guy or whatever. Which, I don't know why he was being ambiguous about that. It's like, we all know what you're talking about. But then I know Max had came out later and responded to that by dispelling, I guess, a rumor, because I guess people were like, oh, he's being greedy, he's just getting it off of this. But Max revealed that he had made a penny off of testing any of SNK's freaking DLC out. Which, I mean, I know his financial information that got leaked on Twitch a time ago with that big freaking leak or whatever.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that for him.
But just knowing how much that guy makes, and like you could probably do the numbers and make a good guesstimate if you're honest with yourself. But he's one of these people where it's like, you know what, like, it's cool, I don't want to take your money then, I just want the experience. I can believe Max would do something like that. But you got a bunch of people acting like they're his personal accountant and they know what the real numbers are when they don't.
No, I'm pretty sure Max does plenty of things for free. I could definitely believe that he gives me that type, like, oh, I just want to do the exposure, I just want the experience. He doesn't give me that energy. He doesn't give me that energy, oh, you want me to touch it? I need this amount of money. No, he doesn't give me that kind of energy, like, it's about money, 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 money. He does not give me that kind of energy.
Which is so funny to that person that was saying, why do they pick him all the time? That's probably why they pick him. It's called free advertisement. If this man literally looked SNK in their face and said, I do not want your money, it's free advertisement for them. They didn't have to come out of their pocket. This guy, the #1 fighting game content creator on the planet, love it or hate it, is broadcasting their stuff to the biggest possible amount of people.
Yeah, it's a free audience. And Venus, I saw your comment. I want to say that's dope, and I definitely hope you get more stuff with Nightwing and Batgirl. That's like the ones I enjoy watching you play the most. But yeah, I don't like. I can definitely believe like no, I just want to do the exposure and stuff like that. Like Max, I don't understand. Do I know Max been like the back of my hand? No, but I've been like I was a kid watching this guy on YouTube before he found this beautiful wife, before he had his daughter. Max will never get his evil fuck. He never get Is AI perfect? No. Can he say some cringy things? Absolutely. But Maximilian never get his evil, like I'm a piece of shit kind of energy. I'm an opportunist. I'm only out for me. He never gave that kind of energy. So I'm like,
again, and I don't care who gets mad. I've said it for years ever since then. Not just because I like the guy, not just because I've been watching him pretty much as long as you probably have been as well. My late brother Slick, rest his soul or whatever. Every time we get to the freaking cafe, if Max dropped a new assist me, we were watching it right there. We were like the first 2 people in the freaking cafe waiting for our friends to show up, and we would literally be sitting there watching freaking assist me. With that being said, people always get mad at me when I say this, but I'm like, any other person that creates content anybody that's a player, any prominent personality or whatever that claims that they have drawn more people to the fighting game genre than Maximilian is lying. You're lying. That man did something that a lot of hardcore fighting game people in the fandom can't even do, and that's at least bridge the gap with the casual audience. That man
I agree.
bridged the gap with the casual audience. He bridged the gap. You know, people thought the whole having the Doom guy and freaking Wesker and like, you know, people cosplaying the characters in the Sesame series was corny, but people loved it. The competitive people, Justin Long and them, they loved it too. Casual audience loves that type of stuff with the entertainment factor and all that. You know, people always talk about that with FGC people.
I think it was the big thing that got me really paid for Maximilian, his boss rage videos. That was like what really got me hooked to him. Like, he used to go look at the prayer hell.
Think about it. Think about it.
With those boss rage videos.
Boss rage videos. Who is going to relate to that more than anybody? The casual audience. That's the problem with a lot of people. Like, you will hear fighting game fans all the time talk about, well, the casuals.
Yes, Maximilian had a series that I'm not sure, it's still on his channel, but I don't think he does that anymore.
Oh, yeah.
I could be wrong. He'll fight boss like for fighting games, and he will show you the pure hell he goes through fighting them. I mean, he got annoyed at time. He did. Like, I don't think he got like to the point he said anything like really offensive, but he's like, I was like, you know, motherfucker, this piece of shit, like, but stuff that people say all the time when they fight like an annoying boss.
And no, for the record, because you might find it by chance, Damien, no, the little Chandra mess, that doesn't count. That don't count. Because some people still hold that against him. I'm like, come on now, man.
No, he did not. That, like, I hate that. So felt so bad for him in that situation. That I know that he not say that. Like, you know, he did not say what people think he said. And
you know what's so funny about that though? You know what's so funny about it? I was telling some friends about that because they didn't know he got into trouble. He got into trouble, air quotes, over that mess. As I am repeating what he said, I slipped up and pretty much said the exact same mess. So I'm like, you see, I just messed it up. I just messed it up. Like, so it's natural. It's a natural slip up. I just messed it up, and I hate that word, but you know.
Yeah, and I was like, you could live tell it was an accent. It wasn't even something out of maliciousness. It was, and he realized what he said. He had that, oh my god. It was like he didn't like continue on his day. Like, it was like a PewDiePie situation where PewDiePie said that shit with his whole chest. Maximilian said that shit. It was like, oh. It was one of those like, oh my god. I was like a slip of the tongue kind of situation. Try to say one word to you and then saying another word. It was like one of those, yeah, I said that shit, bitch. Now what? It was literally like, oh.
And I feel like that one freaking video. I hate that one video. I don't hate it. I just hate it because it makes me laugh. But like, you might have seen it. I forgot what his name is. But like, he would post like, you know, notable FGC moments and like sometimes it'd be matchups or whatnot. And with the Maximilian with that little slip up right there, they played a freaking scene from Lord of the Rings, and it was like, I think it was Lord of the Rings, and the character pulled out a dagger, and then like they actually they overdubbed it with him saying the thing as the person pulled out the dagger. I'm like, I hate it.
It can be funny with stuff like that sometimes. It definitely can be funny with stuff. They'll take a serious moment and turn into a joke. You're like, okay, this.
Oh my god. I'm not gonna go look for it. I'm in somebody else's stream. I'm not gonna go look for it.
I gotta send you this funny ass clip of Doja Cat's live stream. I know you're probably not interested in this thing, but it's what she was reacting to. I think will give you a good laugh. I'll send it to you at the end of the stream. Oh, that wow. She's like, dude, like it was to her facial. I'm like, when I looked at her, I had the same face that she had when she was listening to that shit. Matter of fact, I'm on my Chromebook now. My Chromebook's right in my fucking face. I could just send them. Let me press pause on this real quick. I'll show it to you too, Damien.
The crazy thing about that mess is. The reason why I say I hate it is because, like, I just hate the fact that people made that much of, like, a mess over him with just a little slip up or whatever. And then, like, this guy, I wish I knew his name. Like I said, if you YouTube, you'll eventually find it. But it's like he made that mess even sound funny. He just made it funny with that freaking
send this to Damien, I'm gonna send it to you. Like, that
pulling out that dagger and then just...
Heavy in tears.
And then on top of that, just the way Max, like I ain't talking about like the N-word or whatever, like just the stuff before that was just, he's silly. He's always been silly like that.
Yeah. Hey, I can tell that, you know, I think I can tell when a person's being malicious. I've been alive enough, especially when you've been bullying people talked down to. I can tell when a person's being genuinely malicious versus a person that had like a oopsie daisy. It wasn't from the heart. It wasn't. They were not coming from a bad place. Fuck you, Maximum, for doing this combo to me.
Watch it, Damien. I got a Chromebook too. Like whenever I don't want to be at the desk, I do my writing on the Chromebook.
I don't care. I love my Chromebook. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a F-U-C-K. I love my Chromebook, so I have no problem with it. My Chromebook is my happy time place. It's for my editing. Oh, you're doing Mr. Freak Battle event? I'm looking forward to it, Venus. Please make sure to tag me. I do look forward to it.
The thumbnail of this already almost has it almost got me kind of checked. Hold up.
Oh God, Damon, may your producer not listen to you. Exactly.
Oh God.
It was so stupid. I'm like, someone showed me that, I'm like, Onyxe, look at this shit. I'm like, what? I'm like, oh my God. Like, that's so fucking stupid. Motherfuckers are so ignorant. And her face, when he said the Martin Luther King Park, and Doja just walked away. I'm like, that's exactly what I would have done. I'm like, really? I'd actually like, really?
God. Oh my God. But like, yeah, I'm sorry, like, I know. See, here's the thing. Anytime I say like that, like what I said before, like anybody saying that they drew more people to fighting games than Maximilian in terms of creators and such is lying or full of it or whatever.
I actually found out a lot about other fighting game content creators through Maximilian. Like, I found out about the Justin ones, the Smugs, the Sonic. Yeah. I found that through Maximilian. I didn't find like.
It's like whenever I say that, like, oh, you saying I can't like his content, like, I didn't say that. See, like, y'all live like in this extreme-ness where it's like, it's just gotta be straight down the ticket. You say you don't like the tip of the iceberg, so you think the whole thing is pollution on Earth. Like, for instance, for me, I have been very open, not so much on the channel because that's not what I do, but like, when I've talked to Emily, when I've talked to you, I have been very open and blatant saying that I am not a fan of Fortsnake. More so his attitude. Now, if somebody came to me like, you know, should I watch it? Like, if somebody came to me and asked me, should I watch his content? I say go ahead, because I mean, regardless of how I feel about his attitude, the content is still there. There's still quality, and you're gonna learn a lot. Honestly, you're still gonna learn a whole lot. But like, people just act like once you just go like just. Play more visual knowledge.
Like, I would like an example like that. I was having a conversation with Damien. I told Damien like, oh, what you think about Lovely T? I was like, I don't really care for much for Lovely T, but if people enjoy her content is good. I just it's not for me. Yeah. But I would never tell someone don't watch her YouTube channel because I don't care for her content. Never. If someone said, well, I check out Lovely T, like, go right ahead. I'm like, I have no problem with that. You might like her channel just because I didn't. Like, I would hate for someone to tell them for like, hey, like my example, like someone say I think Onyxe's Blade channel is ass. Like, that's your opinion. But if you like go there, but I don't think no one should watch Onyxe's channel. Like, well, let other people form their opinions.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, I can sit here and say like, you know, I don't like the creator, but like, you know, hey, he's not baiting like a lot of people do, are just putting out freaking vomit, honestly. Sorry if anybody gets offended by that word. I know some people like don't like hearing the word vomit.
Nah, I don't get. This is your the one channel. Only thing we lost, we don't say nothing truly racist, truly insensitive. Anything goes on my channel. Sorry. Now, when Chris is on his channel, he can't say certain words. That's fine. On my channel, you're allowed to say vomit. Someone doesn't like it, they can either leave the chat or just ignore it.
I just know, like, you know, some people have like those little interesting little trigger words, like, you know, some people don't like the word moist and stuff like that.
Like, too bad.
But like, so, you know, he's like, for what it's worth, like, Snake is not out there like baiting anybody or just putting out BS like, you know, other creators I'm pretty sure you and I are familiar with, because, you know, Siren doesn't like him. That was that one episode of the freaking, like, there was that one episode of The Shattering where it just turned into like a freaking shoot fest. freaking Siren went at that freaking dude. You freaking went at Tyler. You went. And the thing is, back when I like not like my current account on there, but like I had made a joke post when they had put out Terminator, where he has an interaction where basically I guess Johnny Cage programmed him to call Jay Doris. So I literally took like like the little yellow black backdrop that the characters would have. I took like the Jay picture and just edited it to where it says Doris, and like he actually liked it. Him and the staff liked it. Like I said, so Tyler Lansom and them, they were nice to me, but like hey, Onyxe was spitting. Onyxe was spitting though.
I mean, because he had the kind of thing. I mean, now I don't have like I'm like because Mortal Kombat 1, right now it's honestly Mortal Kombat 1 is actually in a good spot right now. I heard nothing but good things since the Ermac patch dropped. Nothing but good things. You still got the people who complain. Most part, only people complain about what you call it, but they complain about this shit since the game started. It's that that I forgot that what's the name of that mode? That mode where you gotta like do the different missions and do the different stuff. Invasion. That's the only thing people still complain about. Outside of Invasion, I heard nothing. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Nothing but good things about Mortal Kombat 1. Outside of Invasion, people are loving Mortal Kombat 1 in its current state. Now there's still more things to do, but they're loving Mortal Kombat 1 in its current state, and I'm happy to hear that. I'm like, oh, Mortal Kombat 1 is finally picking up. I'm happy to hear that. Yeah, it's true. It came out rush, but at least now they're working on the things that need to be worked on.
I mean, other rush jobs we've seen, like sometimes they just don't recover. Like because would you call DNF a rush job?
Oh yeah.
I mean, it hasn't really recovered.
I know. DNF Duel, like the names give me a D. And I think the DLC character they put out good, but DNF Duel, it'll drop a DLC character. It's relevant for 1 week after that, back to the dead zone. And not as a dead game, because obviously people are playing. I'm pretty sure you go on Twitch right now, you will see someone playing DNF Duel. Probably a good handful of people, but it's not. DNF Duel should be one of the more games been talked about. DNF Duel's not even nowhere near in Evil Japan. And I feel like that's a travesty, because definitely should have been one of those games.
Yeah, like.
But because it was handled poorly, actions have consequences.
Yep.
Actions have consequences. So
which makes had consequences of no season 3 or whatnot. I'm still wait. I'm telling you, like I'm not.
If this season 3 kills 15, first of all, I'm uninstalling the game, and I'm like, I'm gonna be pissed off. Quite honestly, I'm gonna. What the fuck's gonna hold us through to fucking Golf City of Wolves?
If I was petty, you know what I would do? Instead of like the mess I said earlier, you know what I would do? Instead, I would have like literally like just almost like a skit or something, like you say, like if there's no season 3, freaking KOFXV's getting just thrown it away or whatnot. I would just have like a mini skit of you doing that right there. That way, it's like, hey, also sub to Onyxe Blade. It's just like, I mean, it is, like I said, there are people that were like on that talking about, I hope there's a season 3, I hope there's a season 3, I hope there's season 3, which is cool and whatnot. But like, you got this fool, and like, you won't see it since I already easing him anyway. You freaking just keep, like, and it's crazy.
Like, you're not even hating, like,
what's so crazy about it? I forgot about that feature that YouTube had where like you can check to see how many times like somebody will like comment on the channel, or like if they're a public subscriber or something like that. And it's like, because at first I thought it was so random, but like, no, this dude was like freaking all over my videos. You're garbage. You're garbage. There might be a season 3 in Evo Japan. Check it. You already lost one bet because he said there was going to be one at SWC, so you already lost that one.
Yeah, that. A lot of people were going to see that. People I remember at the end of SWC when we got in the guard with people were mad as fuck on Twitter, like, where the fuck, man, where's season 3? I mean, I'm happy about City of Wolf stuff, but I want season 3 at KOF15. Come on, where is it?
Didn't you open up one of like these KOF streams by addressing that? See? Like I'm saying, man, you lucky I'm not petty, dude.
Like, people were pissed off, like they were like nothing. Cause I know a lot of people watch SWC for the idea of a King of Fight season 3 being announced, and when that shit did not happen, so maybe now some people are like, okay, no, it's whatever. But still, a lot of people like, yo, this is the bullshit. I would not even watch this tournament have I not known that KOF15 was not gonna get shown.
I mean, you remember even the crowd was chanting season 3.
Yeah, they're like season 3, like people like so hyped. They're like season 3, season 3, season 3. And then when SK like, oh, they're like, here's the City of Wolf stuff, and you guys have a lovely day. people like, some people like, oh, that looks cool. But then like the anger came in real quick, like, I wanted season 3. Where the fuck is season 3?
And that being said, I understand that because it's like, I am still of the belief that we are not gonna get like, see people over there at Evo Japan that get a chance to try City of the Wolves, they got the whole smorgasbord. If they flew there, it was worth the flight. Us more on the normie scales or whatever, like, I don't think we getting anything like that until like maybe the winter, maybe the fall.
If lucky.
That's a while from now.
Yeah, it's a while. And like that's like, can't think at least skip a season 3. And I'm like in my head like SK really doesn't get season 3. I'm like, what the fuck? And imagine you, like, season 3, and I hate that you could like say you can't have your cake and eat it too. Season 3 cannot have no Zarina, no Ming Young, no Master. But if it has brings in more characters, that's gonna keep the game more active until City of Wolves drops.
And for the record, once again, since y'all love, especially in them Sylvie videos, love to try to bring this up as a gotcha or whatever. No, okay? SNK could have literally put a poll out there and pretty much bent over backwards and put every, like, the whatever it was, the top 5, the top 6, the top whatever. They could have put the top whatever freaking characters from whatever poll they wanted to use. No, that game was not going to compete with everything else.
No.
This whole thing about freaking Sylvie ain't gonna help SNK compete against Street Fighter 6. That mess, far as competing, not overall, because KOFXV and people think I hate the game. No, it's decent. It's still a decent game. But you want to talk about that competing with other stuff? Then that mess was doomed from the start.
Exactly.
Left matchmaking broken
for
and it
over a year.
And it pissed me off that you actually had people defending that. When freaking Onyxe could take a step back and push their own mess, like when it came to freaking Guilty Gear Strive and everything, like I might have not, I still gotta start, I still have to freaking play, because I had not played Strive since the new characters and the new moves, and I gotta try it again.
I played it with Abba, I even bought Abba, but I'm like, I just couldn't, I'm like, yeah, I'm not really enjoying this game. I don't regret buying Abba though, but I'm like, I don't really enjoy this game.
I still want to try it though, because I want to see, like, you know, the new tools my mains got. But it's like, even then, Onyxe, when they were like, because they were like, you know what, we're not really sure if Strive is going to like be up to par, so can you push it back some? And people were cool with it. They did that or whatnot. And then it was just crazy. I'm like, y'all are literally just like letting them get away with having a game out there that's not even working fully. And like, well, the game does work because it doesn't crash or whatever. I'm like, well, I have a friend that plays arcade mode, and that mess was crashing almost routinely. Right? Right, Onyxe?
Mm-hmm.
In arcade mode.
In arcade mode, yep. Crash.
So you are telling me.
Offline mode, mind you. Crashing.
Offline mode crashes. So you are going to tell me a fighting game, mind you, with broken freaking matchmaking, which, like I said, I didn't get bit that badly by the bad matchmaking bug, but apparently that mess was really messing with a lot of other people. And as my friend's mom loves to say, everybody's not lying on you. So it's like you have that mess out there, you got an offline mode that was crashing or whatever. And
yeah, I was so pissed. I can't even play 415 when I wanted to. I'm like, when I was starting at the blue, this stopped. I'm like, arcade mode crash? Like, great. Like, that's great. Well, I want to fuck it. Let me go and leave this game alone for a while. Now, I didn't touch it until I got confirmation that they fixed that problem.
So it's like, you had all of this mess right here. The lack of diverse offline single-player content. You got all these things right here, basic structure things for a game, versus, oh, it's a character that's polarizing or whatever. To paraphrase old Jeffrey from the Fresh Prince, is like, between these two things, the polarizing character is the problem?
Like,
come on, man.
Sylvie's not the body, and again, what's another gap at Sylvie? People bitch about Sylvie. Sylvie ended up being one of the tournament viable characters in 15.
It's like somebody tried to call me disingenuous because I wasn't raging about Sylvie. I'm like, anybody literally talking about competition, you're disingenuous, because Sylvie didn't doom this game from competing with Street Fighter 6. KOF15 was not going to. It wasn't going to.
Not at all.
You said it last time, or I think you might have said it last time,
at them a little bit.
Yeah, because they don't want to hear the truth. Cut my mic off. Shooting on you. Bah, 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 bah. But like, I think you said it last time, probably, or maybe the last time we actually spoke or whatnot, KOFXV dropped at a really good time.
It's not. It's not at all.
You mentioned that KOFXV was released at a good time. Because if that mess hadn't been released, and now what? Tekken 8. You want to talk about competition? Because Street Fighter 6, like, it has its flaws, but it came out the gate swinging. I have not played Tekken 8. I haven't played Tekken 8, but all I've heard is good. That's all I've heard. Like, Tekken, everything with Tekken is good. Hang on a minute. I just cut the volume up on the stream right quick. I think you might have got a phone call. The netcode still bad? Really? Is it really, Justin? They didn't seem like they were promoting it. I'll put it like this. The promotion could have been hella better. And to be honest, that is like the leitmotif of freaking I thought Onyxe was taking a phone call, that's why I couldn't hear him, because I can't hear him. I thought he was taking a phone call. Oh, he didn't get a phone call? Because I just assumed since his audio, I can't hear him and y'all can't hear him. I just thought he had got a phone call. I could be wrong.
Start party. Start close party. Invite Chris over again. Okay, first and foremost, let me know. Can you guys hear me? Because I'm plugged in. I never took a phone call.
Okay, you didn't.
Okay. Can you hear me, Chris?
Okay. Yes, I can.
Okay, I can hear you. Okay, good. Okay, we're back to normal.
I just assumed like you took a phone call since like, I know how sometimes like it could be unexpected. It's like gotta do it fast.
No, not at all. I would tell hold on. I would have definitely had to let you guys know I was taking a phone call. Cool.
But you know what just happened. But you saw what just happened, right? You saw what just happened. We started spitting the truth about this mess.
Anyway, more.
You saw that, right? You see that? Just saying.
Yeah, too much truth. They couldn't handle it. They had the man had a sense of escalate. Mute his mic. Cut that motherfucker's mic off.
I'm just tired of that. Like, that mess was just like the dumbest mess to me. And it's like, let's just blame this character who you didn't have to pay freaking money for or whatever. It's like, I said the same thing. If Gone Girl was freaking DLC, I'd have just laughed and kept my, what was it, $5.99?
Yeah, I would kept my money. Right, exactly. I would have just kept my motherfucking money. Oh, by the way, for anyone here, before I'm not gonna say obviously I'm not gonna just because I don't care about spoilers. And doesn't mean I don't think you guys do. I'm not gonna spoil you guys for no reason. But did anyone else care about the alleged second character for Tekken 8? Like the alleged characters coming for Tekken 8 or no? Or just me?
I actually, like, once again, I fell down that rabbit hole, like, once I was looking at the stuff and
David.
Also, somebody on, I think somebody on freaking, I think somebody on one of those roof posts or whatever, it was somebody that was talking about. I understand that people like us look into this stuff hardcore. We look at every little piece of news and everything and all that.
Of course, because it's what all we're passionate about.
Yeah, but still, it's like, come on, man. Because somebody was raging talking about, if there's no Mai in City of the Wolves, I'm not buying. I'm like,
okay.
I'm pretty sure she was
teased. Like, we literally heard her voice.
In the first trailer.
Oh, no, Damon. That's the list. Unless you saw something that I did not see, that's not the character that got leaked for me. That is not the character that got leaked. That'd be nice.
I just saw it. Is that who's working for SNK? And then, like we were saying, Nicki Minaj cut off my top.
That's the thing with Nicki. She was talking. That's when she was like having an argument with Joe Budden, and Joe Budden was saying some bullshit like, "Cut his fucking mic." She was pissed.
You know, I never really watched his podcast like that, but there was a clip that I saw that people kept using as a meme or something. And it was so, because I couldn't understand what he was saying.
Hold on, Chris, me once if I cut you off. Oh, you're gonna play Tekken 8 soon, Venus? Oh, you know, you're not playing Tekken 8. If you don't want to, MK11 is a good game to enjoy, but I'll definitely check out your MK11 stuff. But now go back, Chris. I just want to answer Venus real quick.
That's cool. It's your house. Onyxe's house. Subscribe, please.
Thank you.
Somewhat. It's just, it wasn't anything bad with Google. It's just some late mail, probably. But yeah, he said it was like a clip of him like just flipping out, or when he was like, he was like he freaking threw like the freaking handset off his head and was knocked the mic over and was doing something. I'm like, what is going on here?
Ooh. Wow.
It was something with Joe. It was someone on that podcast or something. It was him.
Joe Budden?
Yes. Like, it was a clip where it's like, because it's one of those things where somebody, like, they start talking, it's like they're making sense, but all of a sudden they just get, like, angry or whatever, and it just, they were talking.
Oh, Justin knows exactly what you're talking about. He said and Justin in the comments said he knows exactly what you're talking about. I know.
I love how I can't even describe it all that well. That Justin knew what it was. Justin even knew like what I was talking about with the
other thing, yeah.
Meme with the freaking the wings or whatever.
I do not blame you, Damien. I mean, I don't like arguing, but you bring drama to my table. Depending on my mood, I'm gonna bring it back to you much worse. Trust me. I am very lethal with my mouth.
I mean, I'm right with you there, Dave. It's like, I don't mind discussion and debating, but like, most of folks nowadays just incapable or whatever. It's like, there's just apparently nothing in the middle, apparently. It's like, if you don't like this, like, it's the whole nine. Like, it's just, I don't see how people handle.
Can't live with that now. I hate that. I don't know how people cannot have different opinions. What pisses me off with people so badly. People cannot have different opinions. And they're like, okay, you know what, I agree to disagree. And I'm not talking about like race and stuff, but if you like, so let's say I think pineapples on pizza is delicious. Instead of a person saying, you know, I think that's nasty, like, oh, I think you're a fucking creep. You eat pineapples on pizza, you're a fucking weirdo. You're something's wrong with you. You need to go to the hospital, get your head checked. I'm like, it's not all that serious. Why are we doing all that just because I said I want pineapples on pizza? Like, come on now. Like, that's not the reaction. That's not a reaction by a normal person. Like, that's ridiculous. Like I just what I said did not garner that.
Freaking Twitter. I can't see it.
You know what? None of this pissed me off lately. You know, it's comic book related. It's not video game related. But what? No, what pissed me off lately? It's people with the Miles Morales thing. I did not know people had such a problem with Miles Morales being Spider-Man. They're like, the only Spider-Man is Peter Parker. Yeah. People are like, Miles Morales is Miles Morales. The only Spider-Man is. And I'm like, what? They're both Spider-Man.
You know what? I shouldn't be surprised.
It's just like
it's like, how many different heroes do we know have been like
share the same moniker?
The mantle has been passed and everything. Like the mantle has been passed and all that. It's like, and this is not even new. Like it's not new. Like this goes back to like
recent Justin. Like, I mean, it's been a while, but I think it's getting a little bit worse. Since I do read comic books, I do get interaction with comic book Twitter, and I see motherfuckers really lose their shit with Miles Morales also being Spider-Man. But like I said, Miles Morales being Spider-Man doesn't take away Peter Parker being Spider-Man. And Peter Parker said, like, it's two characters who use that moniker. Like, it's like when Tim Drake was like, no, it's like when what's the first Robin? Dick, what's Robin's full name?
Am I Grayson?
No,
Grayson?
not No, that Tim Drake is a nuts. I'm trying to think of the first Robin's name. I know it's Dick Grayson. Dick Grayson was the original Robin. Thank you, Chris. It took me a second with what you were saying. Your mic's a little acting, but I can still hear you just fine.
Trying to stop me.
I know, but it's better now. I can work with this. So Dick Grayson was the first Robin. Then it's Tim Drake. Then it's Jason Todd. But they all were Robins. Take away that the other person doesn't. One Robin take away that the other person used to be a Robin. And Peter Parker is still very much Spider-Man. Hell, he's still the most iconic of all the Spider-Man since he was the first one. But Miles Morales is also Spider-Man. Like, the two of them can exist. It's like Wolverine is better known as the most well-known Wolverine is James Howlett or Logan, depends how much you're aware of comic books. But the other Wolverine is Laura Kinney. And Laura being Wolverine doesn't take away that James Howlett is also Wolverine. There's just two Wolverines. And people will get like, nah, you can't, like, only one Wolverine. Like, no. My DC Comics has two Wonder Womans. You know, the most famous of the Wonder Womans is Diana Troy, which is it's Wonder Woman herself. But it's also Donna Troy. There's Yara, I can't pronounce Yara's last name, but it's Yara. They are also Wonder Woman.
Look at all the freaking cheetahs, honestly.
Yeah,
I'll never forget this one post where somebody was talking about somebody. I'm sick and tired of all these women cheetahs. What about a male cheetah? I'm like, you got one and he was garbage.
Well, Iron Man and War Machine are similar, but they do share a different name. Like, they're not using the same name. Iron Man, War Machine. They're similar in terms of like how, like, you know, they work with technology where a battle suit. But Iron Man, War Machine. So there's a difference in that. You know, in the video games, they play pretty much the same way.
I mean, like, you look at the cheetahs, it's like everybody usually thinks about. I always call it.
Another example, Green Lantern. There's been more than one Green Lantern, and no one ever says, well, Guy Gardner's the only Green Lantern that matters. No, Hal Jordan's Green Lantern, John Stewart is Green Lantern. So why is it a problem that it's Miles Morales? It's also Zarina's dead. Oh, well.
You know what's so crazy about this is that, you know this as well, this even happens, like, technically in real life, but like with pro wrestlers, like they'll pass like the freaking mantle of like a masked character on to another person in most cases or whatnot. It's usually a masked
character, of course.
Usually.
Like the SNK and stuff.
The SNKs and everything. There was more than one to Parka, because the more recent one, like the newer one, he had passed.
Sorry to hear that. It's always sad to hear when someone passes, even I don't know them personally. It's not good to hear when someone passes on. But that's sad. That's the life we live in. There's only one Rey Mysterio right now. I don't think there's ever been more than one. I'm pretty sure Dominic will someday take his dad's mantle as the new Rey Mysterio. Maybe. You know, Dominic made a name for himself as well. Is there more than one Hayabusa? Is there? I always thought Ryu was. I know in the past, like it was passed down to him, but I think the only known Hayabusa is Ryu Hayabusa right now.
Which one is he talking about though? Because there was a wrestler named Hayabusa.
Oh, there was. See.
Yeah.
The things I don't know. Oh, his dad and uncle. Oh, okay. Learned something. I just learned something new.
Oh, he's talking about like with Rey Mysterio because Rey Mysterio Sr. was he's like there is a Rey Mysterio Sr. Oh, Hayabusa the wrestler. Rey Mysterio Sr. Like that wasn't Rey Mysterio Sr. and Jr. like the one we know of Jr. That's not father son. That's like uncle nephew basically.
I said there was another Rey Mysterio and I learned something new today too. That's why it's good to talk to multiple people. Get out your own little bubble sometimes.
Like after that, one woman that portrayed Sexy Star, I think her name was Lisa Dolce or something like that, had pretty much
went crazy. I remember.
Went crazy, yeah. Now they got another one. They got a Sexy Star. They got a Sexy Star too.
Well, that's good because you know the first one kind of went cuckoo. That was unfortunate though, but you know.
They freaking love. Oh, they freaking hate the
I'm glad they do.
But like, this is not new. Like, people have been passing down mantles for as long as I can think of. Like, look at all these lineages of these King Georges. George first, George second. Like, come on, man. That's all that basically is. It's just him to be passing the mantle. I mean, I can't, like, as far as I know at least, unless you can think of something else, which might be, King of Fighters, I think, did the best when it comes to, like, we had this protagonist. And now, like, I think, like, with SNK fighting games in general, for the most part, like, the main ones, they were really trying to experiment with new protagonists in a way that not many other games have. You know, I know Terry was the guy for like the longest time in Fatal Fury, but then Rock came along. And of course, we know about all of KOF's different protagonists.
Yeah.
And then even Samurai Showdown.
But their protagonists, there's Hamaru from Yoshitora, Mina, and then, you know, spin-off games that you care about those.
The freaking, the Kazama brothers, they were co-protagonists. Shizumaru Asame was Sam Show 3's protagonist. Freaking, with the 3D games, because even freaking Sam Show 7.
Takachiro.
They messed up. It was so crazy because those two, Takachiyo and
Suzume?
Yes, Suzuhime, yeah. Those two are like the most all around, like, just looking at it critically, the most solid like characters in there as far as like new ones. Because, you know, I enjoyed the likes of Angelica, Kyrian, but it's like those two characters like them, Kimhei Ryong.
I hope some of them train. I hope SK does not leave them in the dark forever. I hope in the future SK can start bring not all the shot, but bring some of them into like a future Sam Show game.
They should have been brought back and put in. I know it's been tricky, but they should have been in Sam Show 7. Angelica, Kyrian, like all of them would have been gang. Like, they would have.
I still want to see
Shiki.
I still want to see Shiki versus Angelica. I still need to see that fight.
That is another reason why I wish they would have brought her over. It's like, come on, like that's literally how Shiki basically
from a 3D fight. I like that. I hope in my lifetime. That's one of the things I want to see happen. Not even in Neo Geo Coliseum. I want it like let's say SK is a new Neo Geo. I want to see that in that Samurai Showdown. I want to see Angelica versus Shiki. I would be a Mama. You know, Mamas are not Kenyan. I just want to see Angelica versus Shiki. I need to see that fight. That's like one of my dream matches from SNK. I want to see Angelica and Shiki throw down.
Just like, not good. And oh boy, like he wasn't a bad protagonist either. He was pretty cool. It's like, but honestly, he shined the best when they put him in Neo Geo Battle Coliseum.
Are you talking about Ashura?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm realizing like okay, your mic was a little bit acting up. I'm gonna catch on with mostly what you're saying. I know why. Like it's like the mics today or something else. Sometimes they be tricky, and I hate that. But it is what it is. It's technology.
Also, since he was mentioning examples there, freaking Santos Escobar, like he's not using it now, but he was part of like a lineage of people using the same mantle. Yeah,
and wasn't Alberto Del Rita one like that as well? Or unless
he did. Because his father was on Dos Caras, and at one time he was Dos Caras Jr. And you know, of course, Mil Mascaras is his uncle. It's like that's like, come on, like what's so bad about a Miles Morales? It's like, did y'all just start reading comics today?
Yo, Justin confirmed it too. Yeah, I'm like in my head, like, I don't get it. Like, this could be more than one spell. Like that whole conversation to me is just so weird. It's like there's nothing more.
All the tiger masks, the fuck, all the tiger masks. There's been so many tiger masks throughout the generations. Like they're not even all related. But Tiger Mask is so iconic because look at all the fighting game characters that he was modeled after him.
I'm glad you're enjoying it, Justin. Thank you for being here, by the way. But this will be my last go though. After that, if I do stream again, I'll probably stream next month later on today. But don't guarantee that. If I don't stream today, I'll stream it tomorrow. But after I beat the game with this group, I am gonna call the stream. But I thank you for everybody who came by. I don't care if you came by for 5 minutes, 5 seconds. Thank you for everybody who came by, and thank you, Chris, for keeping me company, especially.
No problem at all. I love it.
Thank you. But yeah, I just hope we finally get expectations shattered for once by SK today or tomorrow. It'd be nice to get our expectations shattered.
Expectations have been shattered. It's called freaking Goro City.
Stop!
They should have freaking. I'm so like, in people, I get it. Shatter all expectations.
Okay, get home safe, Damien. If you stream and I'm like, I'm not asleep, I don't think I'm taking any nap. But if you stream, text me and I'll watch you stream.
I haven't looked too while I work, but it's like Shatter Strike. I get it, but it's like, come on, bruh, come on.
Like, no, they not. Like, my expectations was very just underwhelmed. Like, SK, please actually shatter my expectations.
Like, how in the world is it that I personally really don't care for I mean, I would still pop in KOF 14, but I would do it to play Alice and Mion and some other characters that I can't play. But it's like, I like 15 gameplay.
And let's keep it that way, Justin. Now, I hope you are surprised when whoever, and I think I'm going to be surprised regardless, because if it's who I was told by a reliable source it is, then I'm like, oh, that's a good choice of a character. That's a really good choice. But if it turns out to be BS, or I'm going to see that person get their head ripped off on Twitter. So it's going to be fun regardless.
Oh, so you had somebody like that too. Do you feel like people on the internet be thinking just because it's like, oh, I can follow SNK, or I can follow Harada, or I can follow Oda or whoever on freaking Twitter, that means I got all the intel? It's like, no, you don't. No, you don't.
I like that when he thought like, this is a from a reliable source. I can't give names, but this is the person told me this is the person who know it's really legitimate. They told me these are the characters we're gonna get this season. So like, oh, you and like that.
I ran into that. And I think it like,
and you know, and like, oh, so that's the character we're gonna get this season. Okay, and I comment, I'm like, you know, that's the case. That's actually a good way to start the season one. That's if that's the case. But that, now don't get me wrong, I'm not hoping for that person to be wrong, because I think that if they're right, that's actually a good way to start season one. But that person is wrong, that motherfucker's gonna delete their account. I know that much. Because people are gonna be on their ass.
This got a whole bunch of. I ain't gonna pick on him. I won't pick on him.
But like, I'm like, you know, I hope, like I said, don't get me wrong, I'm hoping that person gave us the legit information. I really hope they did.
You know
but
what, screw it.
If they,
I don't even care.
Huh?
We gotta. Apparently, like with all these different leaks coming out and these questionable folks put them out, everything, we got a whole bunch of like Dave Meltzer bots just roaming all around, just putting stuff out there. And it's not to say Dave Meltzer ain't like. It's just sometimes isn't necessarily.
Sounds like he gets it wrong too, but he's just known to get it right more than often, so people fuck with him, and you know that's how it works in the business. It's like the weatherman. The weatherman tell you the weather, but they're not always gonna get the weather accurate. Sometimes they may tell you it's gonna rain at 4 p.m. It might start raining at 3:30 instead, or it might rain at 6 o'clock. They were right if it was gonna rain, just the timing was off what they said. Or they said today's gonna be 70 degrees. It turned out to be 61. So you know they were within the ballpark, but not quite correct. But with DLC characters.
Because I saw like in that little, like, you said like this is spoiler free, like this work. Wait, what's the policy on the spoilers again? Because I did want to talk about like what I saw you were posted.
It's don't make it too. You can speak on it somewhat, but not to the point where anybody in that chat is feel like they got ruined.
Okay, never mind. It was just like, something that I saw from what you reposted that kind of caught my eye. I was like, oh.
Or if you just say alleged, but just don't give too much. I personally don't mind, because if I'm just me and you here, I would say Chris, just go for it. But because Justice here, Damien's here, I don't want to spoil them in case they want to be surprised. I don't give a fuck. But I would feel bad if they were like, damn, I wanted to be surprised by her honesty. Chris talked about this earlier, and now I'm like, it's not so surprising no more. So that's the only reason I'm like, if you don't feel like you can say in a way that's kind of still keeps it like vague, but it kind of, yeah, okay.
I'll just leave it alone. I'll leave it alone, because it was just something I happened just to see. It was like really? Because I mean, you and I have talked before, like when people do stuff like that, it's pretty. Not saying it's bad, it's just a ballsy move to do that if it is indeed.
If you're correct, like the thing is like that. That's why, you know, if it's correct and it's comes out true, it's fine. But I like to me, like same with sports. I'm playing. Only time I don't want sports is like when if I'm going to go see the movie the same day. Like right now, if someone just spoiled me Abigail in the chat, I wouldn't give a fuck, because I know I bought the movie ticket. I didn't get to see the movie because I had an anxiety attack. I realized what happened to me that day. I had a fucking anxiety attack. Fucking bullshit.
Yeah, I saw like your video. Yeah, you talking about that.
Yeah, I had a fucking anxiety attack. So I'm like, fuck. But it happens. It happens.
You doing better?
I'm good. I'm good now. Y'all been good. Thank you for asking. I've been good. But overall, I'm like, when it comes to games, just because I'm cool with something, I don't say, oh, not everybody in this world is Onyx. And Onyx is to dictate what the world feels. So just because I would be okay with something doesn't mean the next person should be. So that's the only reason I'm like, you know what? I personally don't mind, Chris, but if you can't say in a way that's vague, I'd rather you not say, because I would hate to ruin it for someone else here. And that's my point on that.
Not to mention, I don't really put spoilers on my channel much anymore, because, I mean, but the messed up part about it is people will always come to me and say, like, they saw something or whatnot.
Yeah, as game, I even do that too, but I think, you know, because it makes the call. Like, you like, in the heck, I want to talk about it, but if I talk about it too soon, and it's like, let's say I talk about it comes out to be legit, people go like, you spoiled it, or you got inside information. And if I talk about something and act like it's the truth and it turns out to be false, I'm gonna feel stupid. So I might as well keep it to myself until enough concrete evidence confirms or denies what I've been told. That's why I'm keeping what I've been told about this character that are coming for season 1 to myself for the most part. Not because I think it's not true, it's because in the case that it's bullshit, I'm gonna feel stupid talking about it like it was fucking factual. That's like the worst thing about a lie. So it's like one thing to lie with the intentions of lying. I'm not saying lying is good, but it's worse thing to tell a lie and you pretend like it's the truth. That's like, and you try to like, you insult people's intelligence like that. At least in my opinion.
That type of mess is so freaking kind of, I ain't gonna say weird or whatever. It's just so funny because like, you actually played this. I think we talked about it because not to mention I even used a song from it in one of my videos. I just always found it really kind of funny in a ways how they had you actually gave you the ability to, they called it perjury, but like you could lie and freaking Danganronpa.
Mm-hmm.
That was always funny to me.
Yeah, like the first game, like I like that game really promotes you lying like a motherfucker. But that's how the game was like made different. But you know, I don't like Danganronpa V3 for many reasons. Cause like I said, I hate the fact I had the least amount of survivors, and I don't give a fuck. Kaede did not deserve what happened to her.
Oh yeah, that was.
Like I don't give a fuck. Not problem, Justin. That's how I feel. That's how just because I don't mind doesn't mean the next person would mind. So I mean, that's just being human. It's called being considerate. It's like it's basic human 101. Be fucking considerate.
I want to talk about really building up like a freaking villain, like that mess right there with Kaede, like yeah.
That hurt my feeling. That really hurt my feeling. Like she, not only was her execution gruesome, it pissed me off so much knowing that she did not do nothing to deserve that. She was innocent. She got executed and she was fucking innocent. That was
and
fucking
it was so crazy because
Glasses bitch who that shit.
Yeah.
I forgot her name, but Glasses bitch doesn't matter. She's got her.
As a matter of fact, that's a what you call Tsugumi. Tsumugi.
Oh yeah, that's true. But as I don't to that day, that pisses me off. Like Kaede got murked and she was innocent. At least every time someone got their dues and just Danganronpa, they were guilty. Kaede was fucking innocent and she got done in. I'm like, that shit bothers me to this day. That shit bothers me to then like, and so like, what's the point? She was fucking innocent. She still just because she couldn't prove her innocence doesn't mean because I tell myself all the time, if it was Junko, Ino, and Shima, everyone would have got executed. They were all been executed because that wrong. Kaede was not the black end, it was Tsumugi. You all but Tsumugi get executed.
That was just so cruel because Tsumugi was trying to hide who she was so badly that she literally had to have somebody else get killed for like her mess. Like,
and she even tried to play the guilty conscience. Fuck the part she didn't try to make Kaede because you know when she gave like that first execution, get out of jail card, but Kaede like, no, I'm not gonna use it because if I do that, the group will never trust me no more. So like, and that's because you like that's even more fucked up. Cause like Tsumugi knew Kaede was innocent, but she knew Kaede had such strong morals that Kaede wouldn't take the easy way out. And Kaede got fucking.
It was already a twist. It was already a twist when you're playing, and then like you're playing as her, and then like. Because that messed threw me for a loop when I first played. I'm like, really? The person that I'm playing is guilty? And then I get, like, you switch.
I don't dislike Sahar, but I did not too much. Sahar was the protagonist. I just found what happened to Enga. Like, I did not come for this nigga. I came here for Kaede. I was excited to find a female protagonist. Like, we had Nagi in the first game, and we had fucking Hinata in the second game. Like, we're talking about Danganronpa V3 stuff, and this is spoilers, so if you never played the game, too bad that game is old. That I don't care about. I will spoil that shit, no problem. So they were like, oh, I didn't know about Danganronpa V3, but too bad you know about it now. But
if that were me and I got to it late, then you know how I do. It was like I didn't know you around this time, like back when I was on Facebook like that. But like, if I like had to work or if there was something else that was holding me up from like watching a pay-per-view or something or whatnot, pretty much 9 times out of 10 I was like friends with somebody that was going to mention or spoil something. So like I would literally just I would go as far as just to delete the freaking app from like my homepage. I'm like, nope, not going there until I watch the show. Nope.
Exactly. Okay. People like, well, what's two of these characters? Yeah, from Danganronpa, and we're telling you what went down. And you like, you don't want to know about it. Like, well, I was gonna play Danganronpa 3 more years from now. Like, well, baby, too bad.
Man, all these different collections out here, man. Come on.
Like, I'm too bad. Like, you got spoiled.
Because my first time playing Danganronpa was when they put the they packaged the first and second game on well, I played it on PS4 because my big brother Big Johnny told me about it. I played V3 on Steam. Like, I literally played those games one behind the other once I started playing them because I was an Ace Attorney fan first, and like I had a couple of people that would tell me like, "Oh, you gotta play Danganronpa, you gotta play Danganronpa," and I'm like, sooner or later, and that time came.
I said, oh, I like the Danganronpa series, but B3 really put a sour taste in my mouth. A B3 really put a sour taste in my mouth. Like, I don't like it.
It was like a double twist in the beginning because first off, it's like
the Rentaro twist and the Kaede thing.
And then you get to the last one. Oh, remember that female protagonist you were playing earlier? She was innocent.
Yeah, that shit pissed me like, and it's how hard to decide. Oh, let's go back to the first execution. I think something was wrong there. It's like, you really think something was wrong there now? Now you think something was wrong? It didn't.
Hey, yo, SNK, don't do that when you get your first freaking KOF protagonist, please.
Like, don't do that. Don't do that. I would be pissed if you could commit to your female protagonist and treat her better than you did fucking Shunei. Commit to your female protagonist. Stick with that bitch from start to the end of her saga. Don't pull Kaede. Do not. I'll be hot.
Elfen Lied literally has my favorite anime opening of all time. If I was still wrestling or whatnot, since the character gimmick that I had when I was wrestling was kind of like gothic and kind of like me making a character from like a dark kind of, again, gothy type of place or whatever, that right there would have been like the perfect opening thing, but I was just kind of struck by the fact I'm in here actually doing this mess that I never even thought about it. And I freaking love that opening thing. That opening thing.
I said, I saw Apple, like, I used to see that customer on YouTube when I was younger. I thought the shit was so stupid and gory for no reason. But when I found out why that girl was doing that shit, like, oh yeah, I support her 100%. I support her so much. Like, I support her.
There are some out there, like what you just described it as right there. There's some other ones out there that are gory for no freaking reason. Oh god. Because honestly, if you ask me, what you just described there for like what you thought of Elfen Lied at first, that I think perfectly applies to Corpse Party. I think Corpse Party just went nuts for just no reason. Almost.
Yeah, Corpse Party was just to this day the most goriest anime I ever seen was Another. That shit kind of rattled my bones a little bit. Another was very gory.
I actually love Another, which is so funny because one of the first videos I watched from that Creepy reading was literally him and his friend going back and forth because Creepy didn't like it and like his friend who was on the video, he did like it. Like they were actually disagreeing with like the whole time, but like they made it really funny and like they gave their perspectives and everything.
Another was like Another. That's the way those people like when that girl fell into her death on the umbrella. I'm like, that like, oh no, and the elevator death, that shit. I heard about School Days, but I didn't care about School Days because the guy, the main character, he was a freaking a womanizer.
I was told to watch that when I was.
I like, and he got, you know, what happened to him at the end was fucked up. But I mean, he lived in a very shady way, and the way he treated women was like, dude, you don't do that. Okay, you don't do that.
I'll keep that in the back of my mind when I get to it, because back when this was like maybe 2 years ago, I was doing horror anime reviews and retrospectives on TikTok, and like somebody had told me that I need to watch School Days.
Have you ever watched something? I think it's show. I'm not sure I'm gonna pronounce it right. It's called When They Cry.
Oh yes, Higurashi When They Cry is one of my favorites. It's one of my favorites. As a matter of fact, I don't know how many like Creepy's videos you watched them, but there was one where we were talking about disturbing anime from Japan, and literally when I saw that on there, I'm like, give that here, give that here. And he had to like at least advise me for the overall tone of the video. Try to come at it from like the sense of it's disturbing, like you don't be gushing over the mess because
once he had known
that was my favorite one, he was like, whoa, but don't be fanboying over it, just freaking
you can't put excited energy to that. You gotta like keep it. Yeah, those girls were sick in the head, sick in the head. Another anime had good gore, but you know it was more action. And it was High School of the Dead. I missed that series, but the creator died. High School Dev was very good. Saturday, you know, the manga went to a couple of volumes, but the series only got one season because the Advanced Dev was going to animate season 2, but the creator had passed away, which is like unfortunate. Oh, I heard about Future Dive, but I never. Oh no, Future Dive is those people that it's like that people with the cell phones and stuff. And I'm thinking about the King's Game. I think I'm thinking of King's Game, which is another creepy ass anime.
Oh, you're right, Nikki. That was the one like with what do they call them? Like really obsessed with women or whatever. Dang it, I'm drawing a blank on that terminology because that's basically what she was.
Talk about that. I mean, I know what you're talking about. Dead Man's Wonderland. I did not care for Dead Man's Wonderland. I'm gonna be a buck.
When I first tried it,
it was okay.
I could I have to try it again. Like at first, when I first tried watching Dead Man Wonderland, it wasn't really clicking with me. But it's something where it's like it's not clicking, but let me give it another try.
I tried Dead Man Wonderland. That shit, like this shit is not for me. This shit is not for me. Like I wanted to like Dead Man's Wonderland, but I'm like nah, this shit is not for me.
What is that called? Because there's a game based on that. It was something similar.
Oh, has anyone here ever played 999?
Yes, actually.
That was a good game. That was a good game. I like that so many twists and turns in that game. That game shit was good. That's why I hate how the last game of the series kind of ended. Like the fucking the last one, I forgot the name of it. Not Last Fortress Reward. I'm talking about the one that they finally end the series with. That one I'm like Also, this is a game that's probably, I think, it's only stuck in Japan. Has anyone ever heard of the game called Exile Election?
That sounds familiar.
I've been trying to look at videos for that because I want to see how order like the deaths go, but I cannot seem to find that on YouTube to save my life. It reminds me of Danganronpa, but it's kind of the format is a little different. Oh, you have? Good. No, someone heard of it.
Yeah, I found it. Yandere. That's what that freaking chicken Future Diary was. Usually Yandere.
Bitch, this Psycho Sword, and she got her fucking face thrown for it. I'm like, That's what I was like. I'm like, bitch, do something. Go in the air, bitch. Do something. Go in the air, bitch. I like your theater, but that was funny. I like your theater, but that was so funny. Like, go in the air, bitch. Go in the air so Vice can fucking get your ass. But please, if Vice, you do come back in KOFXV, I need you to have a regular super, not an anti-air super. I do not want Obscura back. I'm sorry. I need you to have a grounded super. Like, Obscura is too situational. That's one thing I hate about your damn Obscura fucking climax. It's too situational. Yes, thank you, Venus.
Hey, man. You better bring it out season 3. As far as I'm concerned, it's gonna be a win-win for me. Then if they bring out a season 3.
Oh yeah, definitely. Because if you don't see season 3, like you like, ha, you get to laugh at bitches' faces who were straight up and down. We're definitely gonna get season 3. You're being a fucking hater. And there is a season 3. That's more care for us to discuss. So it's a win-win for you.
Yeah, but they better.
And I ain't gonna be a win-win for me because KOFXV that's just like, hey guys, we'll do another balance patch, but KOFXV is finished. We're not adding any more characters. Oh no, it's time for you to get off my PS4.
Better, man. I'm telling you, like, all I could be acting like just because you be following such and such and this, like you got the intel on stuff. You don't.
Yes, he always got pretty violent characters. Only time that he has to have violent teammates was in the EX series, which is like non-canon, depending who you ask. I don't believe it's canon. And his King of Fighters 2001 team. Those, I don't think it is either. Cause it's like an alternate. Kyo never got kidnapped by Ness at the end of King of Fighters 97, if I remember correctly. It's like an alternate timeline where if Ness never got involved.
got saved by old Moe Habana.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot who it was, but somebody was upset that she wasn't in season 1 or season 2. I'm like, what made you think of that?
I'm like, so I'm like, Moe, like, baby, a Master Imika got more chances than Moe. I don't even show Ian the ES character in the official SK character website.
Dang.
I don't even think so. Like, I don't, and I'm like 90% certain. I mean,
that's bad.
like, I do not think so. If someone wants to confirm I'm wrong, knock yourselves out. But I'm pretty sure they don't even show none of the EX character on, like, they show the Master Impact characters there. They don't show the fucking EX characters. But I do miss Miyu. I would love to see Miyu in modern graphics. I do miss Miyu. That's like the only EX character I would like to really try out is Miyu. Outside of that, I'm like, I'm good. Like, Reiji is just Mel Chesuru. Nothing wrong with that, but Reiji is just Mel Chesuru. Jun, I say Jun. Jun is just another grappler chick. And Moe, well, I don't mind Moe. She, to me, is just like, okay, like, I mean, a cutesy schoolgirl type, like, I mean, like, and see, I like the fact that she was Kyo's cousin. I do like that fact, because it gives them more of Kyo's family, but I'm like, outside of that, like, I really don't care about Moe. Like, I don't hate her, it's just, I'm like, I'm not most people like, oh my god, I want to play Moe. The only cat I ever felt that way is Miyu. I like Miyu. Miyu caught me just by her design. Even before I saw her gameplay, her design caught me.
Made you think you were gonna,
like, you know, I mean, the day we see an ES character, I mean, it'd be shocking. That'd be shattering expectations indeed, but I just don't think it's gonna happen.
The only thing SNK has shattered is a freaking styrofoam cup. At least with that game. Like I said, the shattering of expectations has been on City of the Wolves. And like I said, I don't want to freaking. I'm not hating on KOFXV like that. It's just, at least with this game, it seems like they're actually trying.
Yeah, Garou City of the Wolves seems very promising. I also like, have you see the stage select, how they do in the character select stage thing? It's like,
call back to the old game.
I think that's a nice touch. That's a really nice touch. SK spent a lot of passion in City of the Wolves, and I strongly believe it's going to pay off for them. I'll be heartbroken if it doesn't, but I strongly don't believe it's going to pay off for them. I strongly do, but I still need them to act like KOFXV is still there. I still need them to remember KOFXV. I still need them to remember KOFXV.
All these freaking, like, these little clips that people have where you got certain moves hitting in spots where you never, like, where it seems like they shouldn't be hitting or whatever. It's like, come on, man. But I think that's just KOF in a nutshell.
But Street Fighter, because yesterday I was watching my friend solo play, I was lurking really. I didn't want to talk to him, I was going to not be there for long. He was fighting Chun-Li. He plays with Shi right now till Akuma drops. Akuma's the main character he wants to play. He was fighting Chun-Li. He literally did a move that he jumped over Chun-Li, and Chun-Li was like right behind him. Chun-Li did like a air kick, and where Shi still got hit. But like Chun-Li was completely behind with Shi when it happened. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, Chun-Li was behind with Shi already. She wasn't in front of him. She wasn't over him. She was completely behind him, and her light kick still got him. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how? I'm like, how? And there's times where I'll be watching Damien. It happens to me in Tekken 2. I'll be watching Damien fight people online in Tekken 8. Damien was sidestepped. I saw Damien sidestep clearly, and he still got hit by a linear attack. I'm like, he sidestepped. How the fuck? So that's a fighting game thing, and like, it's like, that's just a fighting game thing at this point. Cause like, how the fuck? I saw him sidestep. I saw him, and he still got hit. I'm just gonna do a quick time attack with mine, and I'm gonna call it. That's not time attack. Like 10 opponents, and that's quick. And it's just time attack. I don't think I'm gonna beat my old record, but that's not the point. I'm just gonna just do a little more playing before I turn the game off. I said mine, like I'm looking like, where's mine? I've been picking her the whole fucking time. But like, that's another thing. I was like, KOF 15. KOF 15 doesn't even have like these basic ass modes. I'm like, how the fuck?
I don't know why they stripped all that away. Where it's like, come on, dude. Like, that was like literally one of the greatest things about 14 was the fact that it had that single player content.
Yeah, you really did. Like,
SNK needs to stop listening to these, dude. Stop listening to these fools. Like, I think it was on my review of KOF15 because somebody was talking about, well, you know, SNK would have been wasting money if they put single player content in there, which, again, that comment has aged so well.
Mm-hmm.
Because look
So
what everybody
well,
else like again. Because again, talk about the competition. Look what almost every other game around the same time, even freaking Street Fighter, something that Street Fighter's never done before. Oh well, they just copy like open world stuff. It's like, okay,
that's better than nothing.
SNK
It's something. It's something. It's something.
Why
it's
not
something.
SNK do that? Do it like it freaking again. Like I really hope there's something like that.
You copy.
in freaking
If
City
you're
of
gonna copy
Wolves.
something good, you copy something good, and Capcom doesn't have the market on open world games.
Yeah, and it's like everybody loves, and I do agree with this. Everybody loves talking about, well, you know, one thing that's so good about SNK fighting games when it comes to others is the story. The story
Was not that great for the Tsune Saga. The story was dog shit.
You get into that.
Like, let's be fucking for real. The story was dog shit.
But my whole thing is this is like, how you gonna get people into the story? That's where you put stuff like your open world modes and whatever else you can conjure up.
I need to play more Street Fighter 6 World Tour. But I mean, Street Fighter 6 World Tour, I have been slacking like a motherfucker. But I barely play that game,
like,
to be fair.
It's just crazy. It's like
Shit.
Street Fighter 6 is out here doing freaking open world modes.
Wow.
Grand Blue Fantasy versus Rising is out here got a freaking
RPG
Fall
mode.
Guys, or Fool Guys as I call it. that RPG mode, that Fool Guys mode. Like everybody is basically. Y'all talking about freaking competition.
And yeah, exactly. Oh, Sylvie. Sylvie. I'm sorry, Sylvie. You supposed to make up for all the other things SK was lacking. I'm so sorry, Sylvie. They put that weight on you. I'm so sorry, Sylvie. They really thought.
The thing is, and the crazy thing is, I don't even really love Sylvie, or do I freaking hate that character either. But God dang, man, y'all fell for the same. Y'all fell for the same cucumber in the tailpipe that the Tekken players fell for with that freaking what's her name? Because everybody
Lucky Chloe
was comparing. Yeah. So many people, like in that video I was talking about, were literally comparing the hate for this character to the Lucky Chloe was.
But I don't think Marvel and Capcom ever work. I don't think Marvel and Capcom ever work with each other against Venus. Especially at the Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite fiasco, that Marvel did a lot of shady shit to Capcom. I don't think they ever work with each other again. And I don't blame Capcom, because that was fucked up what Marvel did.
And that's the reason why MVC2 is, in a way, is lost. The licensing went away, and then they didn't renew it, and a whole bunch of other stuff like that. Message is bonkers, man. Oh, God.
Like, so yeah, so I don't think I'll ever happen. We'll most likely, we'll probably see. I'm gonna Capcom just do Capcom All-Star, like a true Capcom All-Stars video game with their characters. That'd be the best thing for them to do, because I've been wanting to see that in a minute. Or maybe Capcom vs. SK3. But yeah, there'll never be, I don't think there'll never be another Capcom Marvel game again, because Marvel really gave Capcom their ass to kiss during the whole making of Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite.
I didn't even think about that. Like,
even when I found that when Marvel told Capcom to essentially make their characters ugly, so the Marvel cast could get more shine. I'm like, wow, what the fuck? That is so fucking evil.
Think about like that. Like Capcom never officially released like their own version of like what Neo Geo Battle Coliseum.
I mean, Capcom Fighting Jam, but you know that was a flop. Sadly, it gave my baby Ingrid, but that game was a major flop because that game had no budget. Because when I thought the story behind Capcom Fighting Jam, I'm like, oh, that's unfortunate.
No budget.
No, like that was unfortunate. When I thought the whole story, because thing is, remember they were originally Capcom Fighting All Stars, but when people at the playtesters did not receive the game well, so Capcom was told, we still need to make a Capcom fight. That was like the headquarters told Capcom still need to make a Capcom fight. That's when Oda was in charge, and they told the cast, what's the budget? Oh, there's no budget. Just make the game. That's why the game looks like a fucking Mugen fighter. Like, oh, there's no budget. To use what assets we got already and make something fucking work. And then Capcom like, well, shit.
That's so sweet.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Politics are like you find out all these things. Like, I think Mr. Top had made a video about that. You find out about all these things that happened behind the scenes. You're thinking, well, why does this shit look so bad? And you're blaming the people who made the game. I'm blaming it was the overseers who made the shit terrible.
He's another one right there, since you just mentioned. He's another one that's kind of like a little weird, but like, you know, the content's always going to be pretty quality.
Yeah, I mean, I don't agree with everything he said. I feel like he could be a little bit pretentious, but I still think he's a great YouTuber, and he does make good content. At least the one I watch.
Content, like the quality is gonna be the same thing. Like it's like him and Snake to me are very similar. It's like I don't like freaking the way they handle some stuff, some attitude and stuff, but like the content's gonna be quality.
Exactly.
Cause I like at first
I know Venus, she could do that at Street Fighter 6 as well. She had done that for a very long time. Chun-Li's a very versatile character and an iconic character, and will be forever. Continue, Chris.
I was just saying, like in the beginning, I actually freaking liked Snake. I just didn't like it when, especially since me at the time when I was really like getting rooted into like the competitive scene and everything, and yet he acted like, once again, much like a lot of these folks out here, he acted like he had the lowdown on why MK11 wasn't going to be an EVO at that time, which was ironic because the pandemic, and I didn't misspeak, that's what I call it, the pandemic happened, and then all the stuff with good netcode, including MK11, it got into EVO. And it's like, do you really know why they were going to drop MK11, or is this yet again more of culture?
Oh, I got second. I'm like you got above. Okay, that's not bad. I did pretty decent. That's pretty decent for me, who haven't really done this more in a long time. But yeah.
Oh snap. Because like I've been seeing that right there. They're like, you know, oh, like Evo rejected them because MK11 was too worried about politics instead of the game, and it's like, oh god.
You never know, but like, and people were just not feeling MK, and people were actually upset when Mortal Kombat 1 got into Evo, but back then it was in such a shitty state. But now with Mortal Kombat 1 being improved, I think a lot more people are gonna be like, you know what, I'm happy that Mortal Kombat 1's at Evo now.
Yeah, I wonder what their numbers are now.
This guy, because they like to, I heard nothing, and this is from the MK community. You know, there's some people who gonna bitch. You cannot please everybody. Never live your life, and that goes to everybody. Their auntie, never live your life trying to please everybody. But for the most part, people said the Ermac patch was fantastic. I look staticky for some reason, but maybe that's just what it is. Okay, but that's all. Anything else you want to say, Chris, about in the stream?
That's pretty much that.
Okay.
Again.
I hope. Come on, SK, come through. Don't make Chris right. Don't make Chris right. Please come through with season 3 later today or tomorrow. Anyways, guys, I love you, Chris. I love you, Damien. I love you, Venus.
Appreciate you.
I love you, Justin. I love everybody who stopped by. Shout out to Neo Tengu, who I made a mod as well. So you know, more people to help me protect me from trolls when they're available. It's not you guys' job. I can handle myself. But thankfully, I don't get trolls like that.
I'm waiting for you to roast one day.
I don't look for the forward to the day. I just don't like to get mouthy with people, but if you come with the bullshit, I will return fire. But anyways, I love you guys. I might stream next month later today, if not tomorrow, but that's the only other stream I might do today. But don't hold me to that. But anyways, guys, for now, love you guys. Peace, take care. Honest Blade out. Ciao.